From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Here's your number in Kingman, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thank you, operator.
One moment.
Jake Kessler.
Johnny Dollar, Jake.
So you found out I was right. You left our fair state of Arizona and gone back to Hartford.
Wrong.
Huh? You mean you're still at Lake Mojave Resort?
I sure am.
And I'm still betting that you haven't found anything to indicate Elmer Hobbs' death wasn't accidental drowning.
Jake.
So your expenses will have to come right out of your own pocket instead of the company.
Listen.
As for that crow you talked about eating, how do you want it cooked?
Listen, will you?
What?
Have you mailed in the insurance claim yet?
Well, I was just about to run it over to the post office when your call came in.
Tear it up.
What?
Because, Jake, Elmer Hobbs was murdered.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance and Liability Company, Kingman, Arizona office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my further investigation of the Mojave Red matter. Expense account item 1, 20 cents for the phone call to Jake Kessler in Kingman. I made that call in the office there at Lake Mojave Resort. And needless to say, Jake didn't quite believe me at first.
Murdered? Elmer Hobbs was murdered?
Jake, I'd bet my last buck on it.
Yeah, but, Johnny, the police spent 2 or 3 days over there investigating. The coroner, too, and they all reported no evidence of foul play.
That's simply because they didn't know where to look.
What do you mean?
You know Red Barrett, the old fishing guide over here?
Well, I've heard of him.
Well, Red found the boat that Hobbs used that day. It was lying on the bottom of one of the coves up in the big basin.
Sure, because of the storm that drowned Elmer Hobbs.
Because somebody sank it. That boat had a couple of air tanks on it that would keep it afloat even if it was swamped.
Oh?
But, Jake, those tanks were cut open by whoever killed Hobbs.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
But who did it, Johnny?
That's what I'm going to find out. I'll call you later. I hung up on Jake Kessler, then walked on back to the dock where I found Red Barrett and Buster Favor waiting for me.
Did you get your call to Kingman through all right, Johnny?
Yeah, Red. Jake Kessler's holding up the claim on Elmer Hobbs' insurance.
Good. That's good.
Did you, tell Buster what we found up the lake?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Johnny, he did. It's like I said in the beginning, I just didn't see how a man like Mr. Hobbs could ever get himself capsized up in the big basin, no matter how bad a wind came up.
Buster was the only one that agreed with me, Johnny.
Well, quite frankly, I don't see why everybody wasn't suspicious when Hobbs' boat wasn't found after the storm.
Right, Johnny. But now that you and Red found it, sunk in the bottom of that cove and with the flotation tanks cut open, yeah, it sure looks like murder.
Oh, that's what I thought from the first, Buster. That's why I telephoned all the way to Hartford to get Johnny out here.
But who could have wanted to kill him? Any ideas, Buster?
No, sir, Johnny, I certainly haven't.
You sure there was nobody here at the resort who might have wanted him out of the way?
Johnny, the other folks who were here at the time it happened, why, they didn't even know Mr. Hobbs.
You're sure of that?
Absolutely. See, he wasn't much of a mixer. He stayed by himself all the time.
That's right, Johnny. Elmer used to go out fishing first thing in the morning, and he'd be the last to come in at night. He'd go to his room, cook his supper, and then go to bed.
All right, listen. He was killed just before or during the big storm you had.
That's right.
Who else was out on the lake at that time?
Nobody. Nobody from here, that is. All our people, all our boats were back here at the landing. They'd got the storm warning.
So don't you see, Johnny, it must have been somebody from up the lake.
What do you mean?
From one of the other landings.
What other landings?
Cottonwood, Emery's, any one of them. Yes, sir. Somebody sank his boat and tried to sink his body with it.
But we found his body washed up on the Nevada shore. You found it, Red.
Yes, I did. My best friend.
I dove down to that boat, Buster, and I found not only the bashed-in flotation tanks, but where the anchor line had apparently been lashed around the body to hold it there.
And you remember, Buster, the rope marks we found on Elmer's body?
Yeah, but the police, sheriff, and coroner, and the rest...
What did they say?
He probably just got tangled up in that rope when he was fighting the storm. But they were wrong.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, why do you say that, Johnny?
Well, because so far this evidence of murder is, well, it's all circumstantial. As for motive,
Motive? Well, I hadn't thought of that.
Red,
Well, the main thing is that cutting open the flotation tanks was done with some kind of an axe.
I was asking about motive.
And I know that Elmer didn't have any axe on that boat.
Do you find the axe, Johnny?
No. Now, Red.
I'll tell you what he had in his boat, beside his clothes, I mean.
Well, let's cover this motive thing.
He had the anchor, of course. That went with the boat.
Red.
He had a nice new Silaflex rod with a Mitchell 300 on it.
Yeah, but now look.
He had a long-handled net that he'd picked up somewhere in L.A., and an old beat-up McKinney tackle box full of plugs and spoons and a fish stringer. And that was all, Johnny. No axe. That was all he had.
Red, that bush you're beating around is getting pretty big.
Well, Johnny, I don't know what you mean.
Well, I asked you about possible motive, and so far all you've done is evade the question.
Now, why should I do that?
Well, that's what I want to find out.
Well, now, Johnny...
Do you know of anyone who might have wanted Mr. Hobbs dead? You say you knew him pretty well.
And I did. Yes, sir.
Well?
No, sir. No, sir, I certainly don't.
You're sure?
Why, Elmer... Well, nobody could want to kill a fine man like him, Johnny. He was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
At least while ever he was here, I mean. I never knew anything about him in L.A., I mean.
He was in business back there, I understand.
That's right, with a man he called Stu Manley.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Johnny?
I'm going back to the office and call Jake Kessler again.
Yes, sir. Elmer was my best friend.
Come on. Come on up to the office with me, Buster.
Well, you can use the phone here on the dock, Johnny.
No. Come on. Red, we'll see you later.
I'll be here, sir.
You look like you just got hit with an idea, Johnny.
Yeah, and I'm afraid it isn't a very pretty one.
Oh?
Morning,
What is it,
Buster.
Johnny?
Any of the early fishermen come in yet?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Carson, and they picked up some nice bass up above the power line crossing.
Good. I was thinking of going up that way myself.
Yeah, well, good luck. Now, what were you going to say, Johnny?
Were Red and Mr. Hobbs such really good friends?
Well, they were always together when he came here. Of course, they were always fighting like cats and dogs over some silly thing or other, but didn't mean it. Oh, now, wait a minute, Johnny.
Was Red alone when he found Hobbs' body?
Yeah, he was, and he brought it back here. But now, look.
There weren't any other boats up the lake?
Yeah, there were, but Red was searching that particular part of the shore alone. But surely you don't
Jake
think...
Kessler told me something about Hobbs' insurance policy, but not quite enough.
Johnny, listen.
Come on, let's get to that phone.
Well, then, Johnny, don't you think you ought to call in the police?
No.
If you're right, that is.
No, let me handle this alone for the moment. Now listen, Jake.
Yeah?
Didn't you tell me that the insurance claim was filed by one of Hobbs' beneficiaries, plural?
That's right, by his business partner in L.A.
Who were the others?
Just one other. If you'd taken time to listen to
Who
me.
is it?
You were so all fired up when I drove you down
Who
there.
is this other beneficiary, Jake?
You're still sure Hobbs was murdered, huh?
I'll bet on it.
So now you're looking for somebody with a motive, huh?
The beneficiary, Jake.
Like I told you. One of them was his business partner, J. Stuart Manley.
And the other?
Red.
Red.
Yeah, Red Barrett.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Illinois' state flag uses many of the symbols of our nation's great seal. The eagle, the symbol of our national strength, rests on a shield representing the states, indicating that the states and the nation are bound together, for in unity there is strength. The arrows in the eagle's talon indicate military preparedness, and in his beak is a scroll which reads, State Sovereignty, National Union, a reminder of the greatness of the state of Illinois and its pride in being a member of the United States of America. Illinois' state flag, the flag of the 21st state to enter the Union, was adopted on July 6, 1915.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Mojave Red sequel.
Two people who I knew stood to gain by the death of Elmer Hobbs. One, his business partner, J. Stuart Manley in Los Angeles. The other, Red Barrett, fishing guide at Lake Mojave Resort, who said he'd found his body, who professed to have been his best friend. I wondered, I said as much to Buster Favor as we sat there in the office of the resort.
Red do a thing like that, I won't believe it, Johnny.
But he's the one person who could have engineered the whole thing, Buster.
But why, then, would he lead us to the place where Mr. Hobbs' boat was sunk?
Well...
And point up the fact it was deliberately sunk, and an attempt made to sink Hobbs' body with it?
Oh, there's a cover-up? To make him look clean?
Oh, no, Johnny.
Well, the boat would have been found in that cove sooner or later anyway.
I tell you, you're wrong if you suspect Red. Look, if Hobbs' business partner is a beneficiary, too, why don't you look him up?
I fully intend to, unless Red did do it.
No.
And I can prove it.
No, Johnny.
Let's go back to the dock so I can talk to him again and see...
Buster, Oh, hello, Johnny.
I suppose you've heard, Ham?
Yes, Red told me. You're quite sure it was murder?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Listen, Buster.
Yeah.
Look, Ham, as manager of this resort, you know Red pretty well.
I sometimes wonder. That's what I came up here to ask you about, Buster.
Huh?
Did you send him skiting out of here?
What?
We just left him down at the dock.
You mean you didn't see him tearing out of here in the pickup truck a few minutes ago?
What?
Ham.
Red?
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but he certainly left in a hurry.
Johnny.
Yeah.
No, I still can't believe it.
What are you boys talking about?
Nothing. Ham, is there a car around here I can use?
Oh, sure. Take mine. There are the keys.
Thanks. Now, look.
Incidentally, Buster, I was poking around where Red kept his fishing tackle trying to find that rig he borrowed from me last week.
What did you find, Ham?
Well, I thought Buster might know where the old coot got hold of that new spinning outfit. Silaflex rod.
What?
Yeah, and a brand spanking new.
Mitchell Reel.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
All right, Ham, Buster, you just sit tight. If Red comes back here before I do...
Comes back?
Yeah, say nothing to him about what we've learned. Just keep him here and tell him I'll return to talk with him later. Nothing else.
But, Johnny...
No, do as I say.
Look, boys, what's going on
I'll
here?
see you later.
Well, now, Johnny...
Red was one of Elmer Hobbs' beneficiaries. He was the one who'd found the body. He had the fishing tackle that had belonged to Hobbs. And when it was discovered by Ham Pratt, he'd left in a hurry. All pretty incriminating. Which is not why I took off in Ham's car. West on 77, south on 95, and west again on 66. Item 4, a buck even for a sandwich and a Coke and Barstow. Item 5, $4.80 for a tank full of gas at the sign of the Flying Red Horse. Then westward again. And always with an eye out for Red and the old pickup truck. Finally, as the sun was disappearing over the edge of the Pacific, I pulled into Los Angeles. The real estate office of Manley and Hobbs was closed. A directory at the nearest phone booth gave me J. Stewart Manley's home address. 1308 Pandora Avenue in the residential section called Westwood. The neat white stucco house was dark, the garage empty. I let myself in through a back door by slipping the lock with the aid of one of my business cards. It was hard to see inside, but I didn't want to turn on any lights. And that was a mistake. Because as I quietly rounded a corner and started toward the den, I'd guessed wrong. Somebody was at home, was in that den behind the now closed door. And that somebody knew that I was in the house. Well, there's only one thing to do, try to bull my way through. Well, Mr. Manley, you're just... Oh, you killer! Wait a minute. Oh. Red.
Johnny Dollar. Well, it kind of looks like I made a mistake, doesn't it?
Yeah, Red. The biggest mistake of your life.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A question that has been asked many times is, at what age does a boy become a man? It isn't when he reaches the age of 21, but when the qualities of grit and determination within him make him face up to the responsibilities of a job to be done, no matter what the difficulties. On May 21st, 1862, during the Civil War battle at Corinth, Mississippi, William H. Horsfall was serving as a drummer with Company G of the 1st Kentucky Infantry. During the furious and deadly engagement, he saw his captain fall wounded between the lines. Although, as a non-combatant, Horsfall was supposed to stay out of the range of fire, he rushed bravely forward at the risk of his own life to aid his wounded captain. Ignoring the fact that they were in the midst of a continuing and deadly hail of fire from both sides, the courageous drummer dragged the wounded officer to a place of safety thereby saving his life. Later on, Horsfall grabbed a gun and some ammunition and went into the fight. But his commanding officer finally sent him to the rear, recommended him for the Medal of Honor, and gave him a furlough. Gallant as the drummer's valorous actions were, the officer felt that 14-year-old William Horsfall was still too young for battle. But Horsfall's personal code had already proved him a man.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Mojave Red sequel.
You know what common sense tells me, Red?
What, Johnny?
That you and J. Stewart Manley were in cahoots in the murder of Elmer Hobbs.
Oh, no, sir. You can't believe that.
You told us that Hobbs had a Silaflex rod, a Mitchell reel in his boat.
Yes, sir, he did. Just like the
We
rig.
found him, Red, among your things back at the lake.
Oh, you found mine, Johnny, that Elmer gave me to match his. Look. Now, look what I found here in Manley's closet. This was Elmer's rod and reel, Johnny.
What?
All strung up with a wobble right spoon on it, just the way he fished with it. And he could cast so accurate.
You're sure this was his?
Well, here's his initials right on the butt, and scratched on the reel, too.
E.H.
Yes, if you'd have looked, you would have found my initials on the rod there at the lake. But look here. Look what I found in the corner of this closet, all wrapped up, like to hide it.
The axe.
And I'm no detective, Johnny, but just look at these marks, like it was used to hack at some kind of thin metal.
The flotation tanks on that boat. Maybe you are a detective, Red, and a good one. But why did you come tearing in here to L.A.?
In the hopes, Johnny, I'd find these things. I thought from the first that Manley might be the one. Elmer never did really trust him. He told me that many a time.
But you didn't accuse him when I talked to you at the lake.
I wanted some proof.
Manley'd not only get a hunk of Hobbs' insurance, but a share of the business.
That's right, sir. I pulled a little trick on him, too.
What do you mean?
Well, I stopped along the way and I phoned him to make sure that he wouldn't be here for a while.
Well, what did you tell him?
I disguised my voice, Johnny, real good.
That voice of yours?
I told him that this was a friend, I said. That I thought he ought to know that you were working on the case.
Oh.
That if he'd left any evidence at Lake Mojave, he'd better get there and steer you away from it.
Red.
And that's the way I got him away from here so I could find this stuff.
But if he's gone to Lake Mojave...
Oh, I knew you could take care of him. And if I did find these things like I did, I was going to phone you there to be ready for him.
Well, then why did you attack me when I came in here?
Sorry, Johnny, but I thought maybe he'd got wise and come back and maybe recognized my voice after all.
Exactly what happened, Red.
Mr. Manley? Sir?
That's right, J. Stewart Manley. And this is my wife, Mr. Dollar. Red.
Shoot them. Kill them, Stewart. They're burglars, don't you see? And we caught them robbing the house.
Quiet, Mary.
I suppose that means we were right. That you did kill your partner, Elmer Hobbs.
That stupid old man, fishing all the time instead of tending to the office, taking all the money.
Mary.
But now we'll have some money for a change. Own the business.
Mary, shut up. I see you found old Elmer's things.
No, sir. This fishing rod is his, not yours.
Oh, put it down.
Pretty foolish of you to bring that stuff here, Manley, especially the axe. I'm sure any good police lab will find traces of aluminum from the boat on it.
Kill him, Stewart. They're robbers. Their fingerprints will be all over.
Yeah, Mary's right. Your prowler's ransacking my house. And I can see the bulge of your pistol, Dollar. So any court in the land will uphold my right to kill you in self-defense. And Dollar, you go first.
Listen, you think you can shoot as straight as I can cast a fishing plug?
Huh?
Like this?
Oh, no.
No!
Oh, get back, Mrs. Manley. I'd hate to have to sock a woman.
But you hurt him.
Yeah, as badly as he hurt Elmer Hobbs.
And look, that horrible fishing plug. The hooks have ripped his hand open. It's bleeding. That red-headed old fool throwing those hooks at him.
Oh, quiet.
Stewart, dear Stewart.
Red, that was a beautiful piece of casting. He almost tore his hand off with that plug.
Well, Johnny, it was with Elmer's own rig. I think maybe he would have liked that. I hope so. But you know what I hope the most, Johnny?
What, Red?
That the fishing is real good up where Elmer is now.
Manley and his wife Yeah, Red had figured right. The morning of the day that Hobbs was killed, they'd rented a boat out of Cottonwood Landing, a few miles up the lake, then ambushed him there in the big basin. Bob Cole at Cottonwood had noticed the new rod and reel when they'd come back off the lake, just before the big storm. Had noticed the axe, too, when he'd wondered about it. Now he knows. So, from here on in, it's up to the sheriff's office and the courts. Expense account total, including return of Ham's car, a few days of fishing, and the trip back to Hartford, $307 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag for each of the 50 states. New Mexico's flag is an ancient Zia sun symbol, a red circle on a field of yellow. Radiating from 4 points, which we might indicate as north, east, south, and west, are 4 parallel lines. 4 was a sacred number of Zia, the number most often used by the giver of all good gifts. The earth had 4 main directions, each with its own gifts. The year had 4 seasons, each with a different offering for mankind. The day had 4 phases: sunrise, noontime, evening, and night. Life had its 4 divisions: childhood, youth, manhood, and old age. Everything in life and nature was bound together in a circle, the circle of life and love, without beginning and without end. And in this great brotherhood of all things, man had 4 obligations. He must develop a strong body, a clear mind, and a pure spirit. 4th, and most sacred, he must devote unselfishly body, mind, and spirit to the welfare of his people. From this simple symbol, the Zia sun, we read the legend of a wonderful philosophy. The flag's colors of flaming red and golden orange represent the banners of Ferdinand and Isabella, which were carried by Columbus across the Atlantic. New Mexico's state flag, the flag of the 47th state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 19th, 1925.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, some of the funniest old characters I ever meet. And a 10-year-old boy solves the case. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Harley Bear, Forrest Lewis, Barney Phillips, Alan Reed, and Russell Thorson. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Hiya there, Johnny. This is your old pal, Lefty.
Lefty?
Well, sure. You remember. Lefty Stemper.
Huh?
You know, down here in Virtue.
Virtue?
Virgu. Virtue. South Carolina.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you remember. Me and the boys, we occupied this Caraway plantation down here on the PD River.
Well, sure, of course. Listen, are you having trouble again with old man Caraway?
Oh, no, sir. Not a bit. And you know how we stopped them, me and the boys, from making trouble for us?
How, Lefty?
We bought them out, that's how. Yeah, we give them 100 G's for the place, cash money. Now we own a whole entire plantation.
Well, good for you. But now what's your problem?
Well, Johnny, we fixed this place up real nice since you've seen it. You know, we spent a lot of dough on it.
So?
So we want to buy a lot of new insurance on it.
Oh, well, then hop on over to Georgetown and see your old friend Joe Picatello about it.
Old friend, huh?
After all, he's your insurance agent.
Yeah, is he?
Well, sure, of course he is. Didn't he sell you all the other insurance you... Lefty, has something happened to Joe?
Yeah, only I don't know what it is.
What do you mean?
Well, that's just it. I don't know. I talked to him on the phone, asked him to come out here. He says, okay. But he don't come.
You think somebody's knocked him off?
Then I call him again. He says, okay again. He'll be right over. But he still don't come.
Well, have you gone over to Georgetown to see him, to see what's the matter?
5, 6, maybe even half a dozen times. But every time he ain't there.
Lefty, I don't get it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's something wrong about it, Johnny. And if I was you, I'd come down here and find out.
You know something? I think you're right.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance Company, Home Office, New York, New York. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the virtuous mobster matter. Expense account item 1, $7.85, train to New York City and taxi to the office of Continental Insurance Company. Fortunately, my contact there, Ben Orloff, was in.
Come in, Mr. Dollar, come in.
Thanks. How are you?
Sit down.
Thanks. Now, Mr. Orloff...
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you never received that check for your services down in South Carolina.
Oh, yes, I got that.
Why, I had that mailed out to you nearly 2 months ago.
Yes, I said I got it.
Oh, good. Incidentally, I thoroughly enjoyed your report on that case, the Village of Virtue matter, you called it?
Yes,
So
I
why
know.
a group of ex-gangsters should decide to settle in a town called Virtue, I'll never understand.
Well,
Were they really behaving themselves, as your report indicated, or had they been using that old plantation for a sort of hideout?
Their records have been clean down there for over 20 years now.
Is that so? Well... maybe the answer to organized crime is to give all those fellows a nice, quiet plantation to live on.
Yes.
Though I must say that when our agent down there, Joseph Picatello...
It's about Joe that I've come to talk
I
to.
must say that I was a bit concerned when I found Joe had sold policies to characters like Lefty Stemper and Bully Magoon and Flippy Lackovich.
Mr. Orloff.
Why, those were the very sort of men that Thomas E. Dewey chased out of New York when he was DA some years ago.
Mr. Orloff.
That was before Dewey became governor, you know. So naturally, what were you going to say about Joe Picatello?
Have you heard from Joe recently?
No, I don't think I have, now that you mention it.
Because I just
Why?
talked over the phone.
Wait. You must understand one thing, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, what's that?
Our office down there in Georgetown is probably the smallest one we have in the whole country. Joe really doesn't handle much business for us, you know.
Yes, I understand. I understood that when I talked to him in April.
If it weren't for those mobsters over in Virtue...
Ex-mobsters, Mr. Orloff.
Well, if it wasn't for them and some of the townspeople to whom we've issued policies, I'd... Mr. Dollar, has something happened to Joe Picatello?
That's what I want to find out.
Because now that I think about it... Excuse me. Miss Bailey?
Yes, Mr. Orloff.
Did you ever get a reply on the Harmon policy from Mr. Picatello in our Georgetown office?
No, sir. I've written Mr. Picatello several times now.
Thank you. Dollar, we wrote Joe about that Harmon matter over 4 weeks ago.
Well, didn't it occur to you to phone him and find out why he hasn't answered you?
But it involves such a small policy that... yes. Perhaps I'd better try to call him. Miss Bailey?
Wait.
Yes?
Nothing.
What?
I said nothing. Well, Mr. Dollar?
Well, Mr. Orloff, if something has happened to Joe Picatello, well, look, instead of spreading the alarm, how about if I quietly run on down there?
But have you reason to believe something wrong has happened to him?
Only from what his clients down there at the plantation have told me over the phone.
You think perhaps some of his old gangland enemies have got to him?
After 20 years, I don't know. But if you'll okay my expense account, I'll go down there and see.
Well, now, Mr. Dollar...
And if you won't, I'll go down there anyway.
But there's the danger, too. This might be a very dangerous... Let me hear from you as soon as you can, Mr. Dollar.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Oh, Donald, it's sure pouring, isn't it? Can you see all right?
Oh, yeah, I can see. Those windshield wipers are operating with mechanical perfection. You notice there are no more streaks either since I put on the new rubber blade.
You know, I think every driver should have his windshield wipers in good order. It's much safer. It would be much safer if everyone would slow down during wet weather like my husband is doing right now.
Just being cautious, Reba. We don't want an accident in this downpour.
We don't want an accident any time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, the experts say that accidents just don't happen. Something causes accidents, and that cause can be prevented. By the way, dear, in what kind of weather do you think most accidents occur?
Oh, I'd say in rain or snowy weather or slippery weather when visibility is impaired.
That's the wrong answer, dear.
Wrong? Are you serious?
Statistics show that 8 out of 10 accidents occur when the weather is clear or with a cloudy overcast.
Are you positive? I wonder why.
Well, here's our house, dear.
Oh, yeah. Now, you sit right here, Reba. I'll get out with the umbrella, and then I'll come around and open your door.
All right, honey.
I wonder why.
Wonder why what?
Why 8 out of 10 accidents happen in clear weather?
Oh, well, I don't know for sure, Sergeant. But I do know that you drove very carefully tonight in the rain.
Thanks.
Now, if everyone drove as carefully during clear, dry weather, there'd be less accidents, I'm sure.
Hey, that must be it. People automatically get cautious in the rain and snow. Too bad they don't stay that way in good weather.
You will, won't you? I mean, drive safely in good weather, too?
I promise.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the virtuous mobster matter.
Expense account item 2, $28 even, transportation and incidentals, New York City to Georgetown, South Carolina. It was late when I pulled into the prosperous little southern community, and it was dark, pitch dark. Item 3, $50 deposit on a rental car. Item 4, 70 cents for a sandwich and a Coke at an all-night diner. Then I drove over to Joe Picatello's on a side street near the park. The small frame building that served as both office and living quarters for Joe was dark. But in the hope he might be asleep in his little apartment up above, I knocked. No answer. Until I was about to turn and go back to my car. There was the sound of a door slamming somewhere inside. But still no light showed. I knocked again. Then, faintly, I heard footsteps approaching. But why hadn't Joe turned on a light in there?
Yeah? What do you want?
Joe!
Yeah?
Joe, open up. It's Johnny Dollar.
Johnny who?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator, you know.
Investigator? That's what you said?
Are you kidding? What's the matter with you, pal? Open up.
Yeah. Sure.
Hiya, Joe. What's the idea of no lights in here? You forget to pay your bill or something?
Maybe. What do you want?
What?
Investigator, you said, Willie. Did you hear that?
Willie.
Yeah, I heard.
Hey, what is this?
Don't move.
Huh? Oh, no, you don't. Oh.
All right, Willie, I got his gun. Now hit him again.
Yeah.
Again. Once more.
Okay. There he is, out like a light.
Yeah.
What do you want I should do with him now?
Huh? You crazy, Willie? You mean you don't know?
Okay, but if I blast him here, it's going to make a lot of noise, and if anybody...
Listen.
Hey, it's a car. Coming down the street.
Investigator, you said. So he wouldn't be working alone. Come on, out the back way.
But I know who's going
Shut
to
up
stay
and
here.
let's get out of here.
Don't see no lights on, Lefty.
Well, maybe Joe's went to bed, if he's there.
He didn't answer the phone when you called him.
Listen, Flippy, Johnny Dollar told me I should come down here and look for Joe myself. So come on, we'll see.
Oh, well, whatever you say, Lefty. Only I thought that Johnny was coming down here himself to...
Huh? Hey, look, this door's open.
Yeah, you look what I stepped on.
Joe, what happened there?
That ain't Joe. It's Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar. Hey, you're right, Flippy. Somebody must... Listen, get away. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, it's me. It's me, Lefty. Lefty?
Me, Flippy.
Johnny, okay? You all right?
Yeah, Oh, holy... Who done this to you, Johnny?
Yeah, we'll murderize him. Hey, Flippy, turn on some lights.
Yeah, sure. What the hell happened in here?
You know who done this to you, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was...
Hey, come here, Flippy. Help me lay him up on the sofa.
Sure, Lefty.
Easy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Sure. Here now.
Yeah. All right, now, Johnny, listen to me. Who, Johnny? Who?
Yeah, Johnny.
I can't believe it, but I could see him in the light from the street.
Who?
Joe.
What?
Joe Pigatello.
Smokey Pigatello done this to you?
Another guy with him. Called him Willie.
Willie the Lump?
Why? Why did he do it?
I don't know. Acted very strange when he came to the door.
But I don't get it. He was my pal. He was your pal.
And, Willie the Lump with him. That's what I don't get.
It means he's went back. That's what it means. He's went back to the old racket, dope smuggling.
No.
Yeah, him and Willie the Lump was partners in the old days.
But 20 years, Joe's been straight, Lefty. Like you and me and Bully Magoon.
Yeah, for 20 years, you and me and Bully, the only guns we ever used was for hunting, for killing snakes. But not no more.
What do you mean, Lefty?
Joe Pigatello done this to you, Johnny. It means only one thing. There's only one thing we can do.
No.
He's right, Johnny.
No, Lefty.
Yeah, Johnny. First we take you back to the plantation where you get all right again.
No, listen to me.
Then we find Joe Pigatello. Flip and Bully and me.
No.
And when we do... Huh?
Well, now, what are you punks doing here, huh?
Hey.
Joe.
That's right. Who'd you expect? What's the big idea?
All right, don't move. Because, Joe, I'm going to blast your head off.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, every individual in society has certain powers, rights, and privileges which no other individual can justly abridge or destroy? Those words were written by Noah Webster, the man who compiled America's first great dictionary. Mr. Webster knew that if the country which he had seen come into being were to succeed, the rights of the individual have to be protected. Each person is entitled to certain basic rights, powers, and privileges which must not be taken away because of the whim of someone with greater power. In the United States, the individual is important regardless of his wealth, power, or position. The importance of the individual is closely linked to the American tradition. Remember the words of Noah Webster. They are part of your American heritage. The rights and privileges of the individual must be preserved.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the virtuous mobster matter.
To say the atmosphere was tense there in Joe Pigatello's office in Georgetown, South Carolina, would be the understatement of the week. After the beating I'd taken from the ex-gangster and one of his pals, my old friends Lefty and Flippy had come in and had found me there. And they couldn't understand why Joe had done this to me. Unless...
It means he's went back. That's what it means. Went back to the rackets.
Oh, Willie, the lump was with him.
Him and Willie was partners in the old days. Dope, narcotics.
So the two of them swore to get Joe. And then suddenly we looked up to see someone standing in the doorway.
It's Joe.
It was Joe Picatello.
That's right. Now, who'd you expect and what the...
All right, don't move. Because, Joe, I'm going to blast your head off.
Oh, now put that thing down, Lefty.
Don't move.
What is it, Slippy? A gag or something?
Is it a gag what you done to Johnny Dollar?
Huh? Johnny.
I said one move and I'll give it to you.
Johnny.
Turn around, Joe, or I'll shoot you in the back, you dirty...
What did they do to you, Johnny?
Listen, Joe.
Lefty. Flippy, I'll kill you for this.
What are you talking about, you dirty rat?
Wait, Lefty.
Johnny's my pal. Like you used to be before you went back in the rackets.
Went back in the racket?
Yeah, with that dope hound with Willie the Lump.
What do you know about Willie the Lump?
Plenty. Now that you're back with him.
You're crazy.
It's no good, Joe, because Johnny recognized you. You and Willie the Lump when you waked him over.
And I tell you that I had
20 years, you and Bully and Flippy and me, we showed we could do it straight. We could be respectable. Me and the boys at the plantation, you down here. But now you spoiled it. You ruined it for all of us.
Look, will you listen?
So don't move.
We made a deal. You and me and the boys. 20 years ago. If anybody slips, anybody breaks up our respectable life, he gotta go. Was that the deal?
Yeah, that was the deal. But you don't know what you're talking about when you say I'm going back
All right, so you lousy scum, you not only go back, you do this to Johnny Dollar. My friend, the guy who believed in us.
Lefty.
So for that, you gotta go.
Lefty, listen.
Now, Joe. Right.
Lefty. Give me your gun, Lefty.
No, Johnny. That was the deal.
You ever use a gun on a man, you'll go up for the rest of your life.
Johnny, it's for you. I'm killing him.
Hand it over, Lefty. Okay, thanks. You see, it wasn't Joe who worked me over.
What?
I thought it was. It looked like him. It sounded like him.
Then it was him.
Look at his hands, his face, his clothes. Is this the man I fought with in here 5 minutes ago? Sure, maybe I did get the worst of it with two of them on top of me. But believe me, I cut them up some, too.
He's right, Lefty.
Yeah, but then I don't... Look, if it wasn't him... The twin. The twin.
You're right, Lefty. It must be the twin.
The twin here?
All right, boys. Let me in on it, too, will you?
Shep Larko, the twin they called him. That's what the law called him. Called him and Joe, the twins. Because they looked like each other. They talked like each other. There was always the alibi for each other.
But what's Shep Larko doing here?
I can't tell you, Flippy. Not yet.
All right, Joe. All right. I believe you about not working over Johnny here. Because of what he says about you and me, it must up. But if you and Shep are back in the racket...
I'm not, Lefty. That's straight.
No? All right, then tell me. Where you been?
I can't tell you.
3-4 weeks now, we don't know where you are. The insurance company don't know where you are. Well?
I can't tell you. Now listen.
Oh, you listen.
You listen. If Shep and Willie have been here, they'll be coming back.
Why?
Yeah, Joe, why?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. All right. Listen.
We're listening, Joe.
The Secret Service.
Huh?
Well, after those killings up in Baltimore...
During that smuggling job?
Yeah, Johnny. They knew the twins, Shep Larko and Willie. Well, the boys in Washington knew they did it. But they didn't know where to find them.
Well, go on, Joe.
So they spread the word. The Secret Service spread the word. That I knew where Shep and Willie were. That I would lead them to them.
You knew where they was, huh?
No, but the law boys knew that'd flush them out. Get Shep and Willie out looking for me. Gunning for me.
And the Secret Service didn't keep you under cover?
Yeah, until today, back in Washington.
But I talked to you on your phone right here.
Oh, the line was rigged through to Washington.
You said until today, Joe.
Yeah, because Shep and Willie didn't show. The law boys had to make them show.
So then they sent you here as living bait?
Yeah.
And they passed the word that you'd be here?
That's it, Johnny. That's why Shep and Willie were waiting here when you came. That's why they'll come back now that I'm here.
Boy, you stuck your neck out for the sake of going straight.
I couldn't help myself. The Secret Service rigged it on me. Guy named Phillips. But now you're all in it. So, Flippy, turn out the lights.
Yeah, and let's get out of here. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, listen, we was crooks, but never killers. But it's killers that's coming to get Joe.
What do you mean, Lefty?
But they won't. And they won't get you, Johnny.
Sorry, Lefty, I can't move.
But then we're staying. For you and Joe.
Yeah, right.
So turn out the lights, Flippy.
You're too late, boys.
Shep.
The twin.
That's right. Your old pal, Shep Larko. Keep a rat on him, Willie.
Don't worry, Shep.
Investigator, huh, Dollar? Only at Secret Service, ain't it?
Is it?
I knew we should have killed you when we had your dollar. But we thought these boys driving up was reinforcements. Ha! Reinforcements. We should have known the Secret Service wasn't that bright. All right, Willie, frisk him while I keep this gun on him.
Sure. Don't none of you try nothing.
Not Dollar. We got his gun.
Oh, okay.
Just what do you intend doing, Shep?
They're clean, Shep.
What do you think? All right, Joe gets it first. Put your gun up close so it don't make no noise. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah. Whew. Oh, you got them both. And I thought you couldn't move.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks.
Thank Lefty for giving me his gun when I asked for it, Joe. Oh. Hey, look. Any of you guys know a good doctor? Yeah, I've said it before and I say it again. In this insurance business, you never know what you'll run into. Expense account total, including a flock of medical expenses and the trip back to Hartford, $174 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Gene Tatum, Jack Crucian, Les Tremaine, Billy Hallett, Frank Gerstle, and Gil Stratton, Jr. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Fred Wills, Assurity Mutual Limited, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Fred. What's on your mind?
At the moment, San Francisco.
Oh, nice town to have on your mind. What's new out there?
That's what I hope you're going to tell me.
What do you mean?
Johnny, there's an importer out there named Andrew Foreman. We're carrying a $50,000 policy on his life.
So?
So have you ever heard of an importer getting exported?
I don't get you, Fred.
I'm afraid that's what's happened to Foreman. Last night he disappeared.
I'm on my way.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Blinker matter. Expense account item 1, $178.50, transportation and incidentals to San Francisco. On the flight out, I studied the dope Fred Wills had sent me. Andrew Foreman, age 51. Occupation, importer. Health, good. Judging from the hefty premium he had to pay, his importing business must be okay. Wife, Marcia Foreman, age 35. 16 years younger than her husband. And Marcia was the sole beneficiary. My plane landed about 8 in the morning. An hour later, I was at the Foreman's apartment. It was spacious, modern, with a lot of glass and the kind of view of the bay that you had to pay plenty for. Yeah, there was money written all over the place, and Marcia Foreman looked right at home.
I'm just having coffee on the terrace, Mr. Dollar. Won't you join me?
Oh, thanks. I could use some.
Out here.
You sure got a beautiful view here.
Yes. I never get tired of watching the bay, the ships. There's always something going on. Oh, here you are.
Thanks.
What is it, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, I'm just looking up the bay.
Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Such a grim-looking place.
Yeah, it's a real exclusive club. But I managed to get a couple of new members into it.
I don't think I care for the kind of job you have, Mr. Dollar. Trouble wherever you go.
Suppose we talk about your troubles.
All right. I told the police all I know when I filled out the missing persons report. But I'll go over it again for you.
If you don't mind. Your husband disappeared the night before last.
Yes, that's right.
What time?
I'm not sure.
Oh?
Around 9 o'clock that night, somebody came to see him. A strange sort of man.
How do you mean strange?
Well, he was dressed in rough clothes, a seaman's jacket. He said he was an old friend of my husband's.
Did he give you his name, Mrs. Foreman?
Only Blinker.
Blinker?
Yes, he said that's what everybody called him. I guess because he kept blinking his eyes very rapidly.
I see.
Well, I showed this Blinker person into the den where my husband was and left the two of them together.
Uh-huh.
A few minutes later, my husband came out and told me he was going to drive Blinker downtown and find him a hotel room. So I went to bed. I was tired and went right to sleep.
And?
Well, my husband and I have adjoining bedrooms. When I went in to call him yesterday morning, he was gone. The bed, it hadn't been slept in. I called his office thinking he might have decided to work late, but they hadn't seen him.
Then you called the police.
Yes.
Mrs. Foreman, had your husband ever mentioned this man Blinker before?
No, I'm quite certain he hadn't.
Can you describe him?
Well, he wasn't above medium height. Age, maybe in the 40s. A scar on his right cheek, a thin nose, and dark, rather beady eyes. I'm afraid that's the best I can do.
Well, considering that you only got a brief look at him, I'd say that was a pretty complete description.
Mr. Dollar, do you think this person Blinker could have done anything to my husband?
I don't know, but I'm sure the police are looking for him. Just one more question, Mrs. Foreman. Suppose Blinker had nothing to do with your husband's disappearance.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Oh, well, what I mean is, can you think of any reason at all, why your husband might want to disappear?
No, Mr. Dollar. Absolutely not.
Marcia Foreman sounded pretty certain of that last answer. Maybe just a little bit too certain. Expense account item 2, $1.80 cab fare to the office of an old friend of mine, Detective Lieutenant Scapella.
Jono, if Foreman took this character Blinker to a hotel, it's no hotel we ever heard of. We've covered them all.
You think Blinker could have killed Foreman?
It's a possibility.
What's another?
Maybe there is no Blinker.
Yeah, Scapella, I thought about that, too.
Jono, didn't it hit you there was something strange about Mrs. Foreman's story? She said she let Blinker in the apartment. She showed him to the den. Now, she could have only seen him a couple of minutes.
Yet she rattled off a complete description of him.
Yep.
Sure is to me, Scapella, right between the eyes. And the way she described him.
Yeah, I know. Seaman's jacket, beady, blinking eyes, scar on the right cheek. Oh, he sounds real distinctive.
Real distinctive. Or real faked.
Well, the trouble is, smelling a fake's one thing. Proving it's another. What have we got for a motive?
For one thing, $50,000. She was Foreman's sole beneficiary.
It's interesting. That's real interesting. Excuse me, Johnny. Capella. Oh? Oh, yes. What? I see. Yes, okay. Yes. All right, thanks, Mr. Arnold. John, it looks like we better back up and start all over.
What do you mean?
That was Wayne Arnold. That's Foreman's attorney. He had a telephone call this morning.
From Foreman?
No, but from somebody just as interesting.
Blinker.
Yeah, Blinker.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Blinker matter.
Like Scapella said, we had to back up and start all over again. Just when we talked ourselves into thinking Marcia Foreman's story about Blinker was phony, her missing husband's lawyer phoned and told us he just heard from Blinker. Item 3, $1.70, cab fare to the office of Wayne Arnold, Foreman's attorney. I met him just coming out his door.
Did you wish to see me?
Mr. Arnold?
Yes.
I'm Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, the insurance investigator. Mrs. Foreman told me you'd been questioning her. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm in rather a hurry. I have an appointment, and I'm late for it.
Sorry, but this will only take a minute or two. I was in Lieutenant Scapella's office when you phoned a while ago about this man Blinker, Mr. Arnold.
Oh, yes.
When did you hear from him?
Just a little while ago. I called Marcia Foreman right away, and she thought I ought to call Scapella.
What did Blinker say on the phone?
It was a strange conversation. He sounded nervous, excited, almost out of breath. Said he wanted money, $10,000. If he didn't get it, he'd... And that's as far as he got. He stopped suddenly, said he'd contact me later, then hung up. What do you make of it, Mr. Dollar?
I don't know. Could be he's holding Foreman for ransom.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I take it you don't know this Blinker.
I never heard of him until Marcia told me about him showing up night before last.
Okay. Just one more thing, Mr. Arnold. How long have you been Foreman's attorney?
3, 4 years. Why?
Any reason you know of why he might want to disappear?
None that I can think of.
Another woman, maybe?
I doubt it very much.
How about his importing business?
As far as I know, it's in excellent shape.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Arnold.
Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
This man Blinker, why would he have it in for Andrew Foreman?
Good question, Arnold. Sorry I don't have an answer to it. I went down the elevator and outside. I stopped at the corner to get some cigarettes, and that was my first lucky break. Because just as I was leaving the counter, I saw Arnold come outside. And the way he looked up and down the street made it plain he wanted to see if anybody was watching him. He got into his car and drove off. I grabbed a taxi, that's item 4, and trailed him. He drove into Golden Gate Park and stopped. I got out down the road and worked my way toward him behind some bushes. Pretty soon, a woman came over and got into his car. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I didn't need to. Because when I saw the kiss, I got the message. The woman was Marcia Foreman. I went back into town and waited for Marcia outside her apartment door. She showed up about half an hour later.
What? Why, Mr. Dollar. What is it? Is something wrong?
Yeah, something's real wrong, Mrs. Foreman. I want to talk to you.
All right. Come in. But I've already told you all I know.
The story you told me about this man, Blinker. There's no such person, is there?
What?
You and Arnold made it up.
No, that's not true.
What about you and Arnold, Mrs. Foreman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then tell me, did you enjoy your visit with him in Golden Gate Park an hour ago?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Mr. Dollar. Wayne Arnold and I have... Well, we've been in love for some time.
Did your husband know?
I'm not sure. We were trying to find the right time to tell him. I don't think he'd really have cared very much.
Oh.
My husband and I haven't gotten along very well the last year or two. I guess I really didn't know him when I married him. Mr. Dollar, this has nothing to do with my husband's disappearance. You must believe that.
That's so.
I didn't make up the story about Blinker. I didn't kill my husband, if that's what you're thinking.
Has he been killed?
I don't know. You've got me confused.
If you didn't do it, how about Arnold?
No. He'd have no reason. Besides, he wasn't even in town the night before last.
I can check that.
I know you can.
Mrs. Foreman, maybe you're telling me the truth and maybe you're not. Sooner or later, I'm going to find out which.
I am telling you the truth.
Then can you give me any reason at all why your husband has disappeared?
There's one possibility, Mr. Dollar. It might have something to do with his importing business.
What's that mean?
My husband, well, he seems to have made a lot of money out of his importing business. More than the kind of thing he usually imports would warrant.
What does he import?
Oh, trinkets, curios. From the Orient, mostly.
Have you a key to your husband's office?
Yes.
Let me have it. I want to take a look around. I went over the papers in Foreman's office and found out his last shipment had come in 3 days ago on the Indian Princess. Mrs. Foreman had said Blinker was wearing a seaman's jacket. I headed for the waterfront, but the ship was gone. Near the pier was a beat-up eating place called Gus's Cafe. A woman with an apron came over. She was about 6 feet tall and almost that wide.
What can I do for you, buddy?
I want to talk to the owner, Gus.
That's me.
You're Gus?
Short for Gussie. What's on your mind, buddy?
Johnny Dollar. I want some information.
You a cop, buddy?
No, I'm not a cop.
You look like a cop.
Now listen, that freighter that shoved off from this pier, the Indian Princess.
Docks there regular.
You know any of the sailors from her?
Just about all of them. They all come in here.
Hey, look, Gussie.
Gus.
Okay, Gus. You ever happen to hear of a sailor named Blinker?
Sure.
You know him?
Sure.
About medium height, scar on the right cheek, blinks his eyes all the time?
I said I know him. What do you want, an affidavit?
Oh, Gussie, you're the most beautiful thing that's happened to me all day.
That's what they all tell me, buddy. But flattery don't get 'em a thing. Might help you, though. You're kind of cute.
Yeah. Look, did Blinker sail on the Indian Princess?
Nope.
Then where is he?
Fact is, I don't know. Blinker's disappeared.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Blinker Matter.
And you don't have any idea where Blinker is now, Gus?
Not the slightest, buddy.
Oh, great. And I'm right back where I started from.
Blinker was mixed up in something, all right.
What do you mean?
The Indian Princess docked the other night. Blinker come in here for a cup of coffee. That's one thing the sailors around here all miss when they're out to sea. My coffee. There's no one makes coffee like me. Why, there's nobody on the whole coast.
Yeah, I know. About Blinker now.
Well, he seemed pretty pleased with himself. Said he was onto something good.
Did he say what he meant by that?
No. Just sat there looking pleased with himself. Oh, yeah. He showed me the elephant. Said it was going to make him a lot of money.
What elephant?
He had a carved elephant about 6 inches high. Must have picked it up somewhere. Maybe he was going to sell it. I don't know.
Foreman imported curios from the Orient. His last shipment came in on the Indian Princess. That elephant could have been part of it.
Foreman? Who's he?
Never mind. Well, I wonder where I go from here.
I wonder what I'm going to do with all Blinker's stuff if he don't show up for it.
Maybe I'm... What did you say about Blinker's stuff? What stuff?
I got a back room where I let the boys keep their gear when they're ashore.
You've got Blinker's things there now?
Sure have.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked me.
In the back room, I went through Blinker's sea bag. Near the bottom, I found the carved elephant. An ordinary-looking elephant, until I twisted one of the legs loose. It was hollow, and inside a little paper packet full of white powder. Suddenly, the whole deal slid into place, and just as suddenly, the whole deal made me slightly sick. Now I wanted to see the rest of those elephants real bad. According to the records in Foreman's office, the shipment was in a warehouse. I went outside and over to the pier.
Johnny.
What? Oh, Gus.
Come here a minute, Johnny.
Look, I'm in a hurry. Thanks for everything. I'll see you later.
You got time to see this? Over here, near the pier.
Wait a minute.
Yep. It's a body, all right. One of the boys just fished it out of the water. I sent him to call the cops.
Looks like it's been in the water quite a few hours. Gus?
Yep. It's Blinker, all right.
I knew I had to work fast now. I headed out on the pier for the warehouse. Once I thought I heard footsteps somewhere behind me. I stopped and listened. There was no sound. It was dark inside the warehouse, but with the help of matches, I located Foreman's shipment. I took a crowbar and opened one of the crates. It was full of carved elephants. I picked up one of them. Yeah, it had a hollow leg. And the hollow leg was full of the same white powder. I hit the floor fast. The shot had come from over near the door. I eased my gun out and waited. 5, 10 minutes went by. I kept quiet. Then suddenly a shadow loomed up near the crates. We saw each other at the same time.
My shoulder.
Well. The missing man himself, Andrew Foreman.
Look,
Blinker found out what you were importing in those carved elephants. He tried to blackmail you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sure. You probably told him you'd pay off. That's when you drove him downtown night before last. Then you tried to kill him, but he must have got away.
I tell you.
You called your lawyer, tried to put the squeeze on through him. But he had to hang up in a hurry. You were probably getting close. You finally caught up with him, didn't you, Foreman?
Look, you've got no proof of anything. Why should Blinker try to blackmail me?
Like I say, he found out about the narcotics in those hollow elephants.
It was put there without my knowledge. You have no proof I was involved.
You know, Foreman, it doesn't much matter. You've got even bigger troubles than that staring you in the face.
I don't understand.
Blinker's body has been recovered from the bay.
I wouldn't know anything about that. You've got no proof of that either.
No. There were 2 bullet holes in Blinker. 5 will get you 10. The slugs in him came from this gun of yours.
The gun?
Yeah. This is something that can be proved. Well?
All right. I just didn't have any choice.
Item 5, $183 even, transportation and incidentals home. Expense account total, $434.50. Remarks? Andrew Foreman made a complete statement to the police. The murder case against him is open and shut. So, it looks like he's going to beat the narcotics rap after all. The hard way. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Robert Stanley. Heard in our cast were Paula Winslow, D.J. Thompson, Harry Bartell, Stacey Harris, Vic Perrin, and Bob Bruce. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Bill Wesley, Johnny. What do you know about oil wells?
Well, I know I wouldn't mind owning one. Why?
We've written a floater policy on drilling rigs for the Van Oosterhout Oil Company in Sumatra. $60,000 worth of equipment was destroyed last week en route to their new test field.
Is there something wrong with this?
We're willing to pay off.
Oh, so why call me?
Now, that's a twist, Johnny. Van Oosterhout doesn't want the money.
Well, what does he want?
Our best investigator for 3 weeks.
Why?
He didn't say. But you know these oil men, probably just rich enough to want to satisfy some idle curiosity.
Yeah, well, I'm just broke enough to help him do it.
We'll return to our program in a moment. But first, I'd like to talk to you about housekeeping. Recently, a woman was interviewing a prospective maid and asked her how she was on light housekeeping. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, said the young lady. I never kept a lighthouse. I admit that's an old joke, but it generally gets a laugh. However, housekeeping is no joke. That's a job from which no one can escape, whether he lives in a house, an igloo, a military barracks, or a governmental building. Yes, housekeeping is a very important job, even in our government. Someone has to see that the plumbing doesn't leak, that electricity, oil, and coal aren't wasted, that the garden is kept in good shape, that the animals are fed, and that the people have a place outdoors in which to enjoy themselves. Actually, all these governmental household tasks are the work of the Department of the Interior, which at one time was called the Home Department. The biggest job of the department is conservation, the protection of the things that make our country a good place in which to live. The land, water, oil, coal, forests, minerals, fish, and wildlife. These are our natural resources. If it weren't for the conservation work of the Interior Department, before too long, all the farm and grazing lands would be washed or blown away, and all the wildlife would disappear from our fields and forests. Another important job of the department is the development of new natural resources and the caring for our national parks where people are free to go sightseeing or set up camp. And during wartime, the Secretary of the Interior has a special job, namely, making sure that sufficient oil and other fuels are available to our armed forces and defense industries. Yes, our governmental housekeeper, the Department of the Interior, has a most important and vital job in maintaining the comfort and welfare of every citizen of the United States.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Eastern Indemnity and Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Carboniferous dolomite matter. Expense account item 1, $1,013.40. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Medan, Sumatra. Expense account item 2, $1.50, cab fare to the offices of the Van Oosterhout Oil Company. The roughly timbered shack with corrugated tin roof didn't spell rich oil man to me, nor did Peter Van Oosterhout himself.
No doubt you are wondering why I proposed such a strange agreement with your company, Mynheer Dollar.
Well, that question had occurred to me, yes.
So, I will explain then. It's not because I am a rich man, but because I am a gambler.
You're gambling $60,000 against what?
An oil well, Mynheer Dollar. And I need your help to keep the game honest.
Well, what kind of a game do you want to deal me in?
My rigging equipment was being transported by truck to my test well north of Achin. It was buried beyond recovery by a landslide, one which I believe was caused by a deliberate nitroglycerin explosion.
The game sounds rough.
It is not the first thing that has happened. Drill heads have been dropped into the bore, drilling shafts sawed and then welded so they would snap under pressure. The list is endless.
And you think your operations are being deliberately fouled up?
There is not the slightest doubt in my mind.
Any idea why?
No, Mynheer Dollar, I have not.
What about the local authorities? Have you talked to them?
I have. They have sent a man to the well to investigate.
Well, then why send for me?
Because I suspect the government man is also working against me.
I see. You said you wanted me here for 3 weeks. Why the time limitation?
My drilling permit from the government expires then. They do not renew.
So you're willing to bet $60,000 on my ability to keep your well going for 3 weeks, hoping you'll strike oil in that time?
I am. Will you work with me, Mynheer Dollar?
Why not? It's your gamble. We made arrangements to fly out to the oil well early the next morning, and Van Oosterhout dropped me off at the Buitenzorg Hotel, where I checked in. I put a call through to the government offices, but the man in charge of the Van Oosterhout matter, an Inspector Pajak, wasn't in. I left word that I'd call, then hied myself to the hotel restaurant. I was having a little trouble with the native menu when I received some unexpected assistance.
You would forgive me, Mr. Dollar. Might I suggest you try the sample goring?
I'd be happy to. What is it?
The known ingredients are rice, fish, and peppers. The unknown are the chef's secret, and the sum total of them all is sheer gastronomical ecstasy.
Well, the only thing that could top that recommendation is for you to join me.
I would be delighted. But not to dine, Mr. Dollar, merely to talk. By the way, I am Frederica von Osterhout.
Peter's wife?
His daughter.
Well, I would have guessed that, except for the third finger left hand.
Oh, of course, my wedding band. Yes, I am Mrs. Don Reynolds now, but I wish to talk with you as Frederica von Osterhout.
Oh, why is that?
Because I want you to persuade my father to change his mind and accept insurance money.
You don't approve of his gamble?
There is no gamble, Mr. Dollar. He's bound to lose everything. There's no oil there.
What makes you so sure?
My husband is an oil engineer. He has gone over my father's leases in every possible way. Geological survey, magnetometer, seismographic exploration. In every instance, the results have been negative.
And what does your father base his opinion on?
Wishes, hunches, gambles, Mr. Dollar. He's like a madman about this thing. All reason, all logic has been tossed to the wind.
Well, then why is somebody trying to sabotage the well?
There are always accidents attendant on any oil drilling project, Mr. Dollar. My father's has been brought about perhaps by the old equipment he's using. But they are accidents, nevertheless. There's not one shred of proof of anything else.
You make out a pretty strong case for yourself.
Then you will do as I ask. Try to persuade him?
No, I'm afraid not.
But you just said.
Your father's got a stronger case.
Yes, of course. The $60,000 your company will save if he relinquishes his claim.
Well, can you think of a better one?
To me, a man's life is worth more than $60,000.
Now you've lost me.
My father has a weak heart.
Oh.
If I am right and the well proves dry, I'm afraid the shock will kill him.
And what if he's right?
Accidents can happen to more than machinery. A life could still be lost.
Like mine, maybe?
That was your thought, Mr. Dollar.
Not a very happy one, was it? Just for the record, I did take Frederica's advice on one thing. the sambal goreng. And she was right about that, at least. It was delicious. With the arrangements to leave for the oil field at dawn well in mind, I hit the sack early, hoping to get a good night's sleep. But somebody had different ideas.
Mr. Dollar, are you in there, Mr. Dollar?
What? Who's that?
Inspector Pajak, Mr. Dollar. Open up, please.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. Now, what's all this about, Inspector?
I'm sorry to disturb your rest this way, Mr. Dollar. It was necessary, however, that I ask you a few questions.
At 2 a.m?
You possess a firearm, Mr. Dollar?
Well, you should know. I registered it when I came into the country.
May I see it, please?
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
Thank you.
Satisfied?
That the magazine is full, that the gun is clean. I am satisfied of that, yes.
Well, that's something. Now, suppose you tell me what this is all about.
You paid a visit to the offices of Peter Van Oosterhout earlier this evening, Mr. Dollar.
That's right.
You also called my office to inquire about the Van Oosterhout Oil Company and the test well that is being drilled north of Achin.
Yeah. What was the caliber of the gun that killed Van Oosterhout, Inspector?
We believe it to be a .38 caliber, Mr. Dollar. The same as yours. But how did you know he was dead?
Well, out of respect to those present, let's call it intuition, shall we? Inspector Pajak maintained a discreet, if not very informative, silence during our ride out to the Van Oosterhout Oil Company shack. We elbowed our way through a babbling crowd of curious onlookers held back by Indonesian police and moved inside.
You see, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. Any idea of when it happened?
I thought perhaps you could give us that information.
How did I become number 1 on your suspect list?
It was Mrs. Reynolds' idea.
Frederica?
Yes. When informed of her father's death, she said that you were responsible. That you were the one who had killed him.
Well, it's just possible, Inspector, that she didn't mean that literally. But only because Van Oosterhout wanted me down here to check into possible sabotage.
I'm willing to accept your reasoning for the time being.
That's mighty nice of you.
Mr. Dollar, I would like to know if there is anything disturbed in the office. Anything different from the way you saw it last.
Well, only those metal canisters on the floor over there.
We know about those. They contain test borings taken from the Van Oosterhout well. They were flown in this evening by Mr. Don Reynolds.
Van Oosterhout's son-in-law?
Yes. He brought them here to the office. That is how he discovered the body.
Must have been pretty important for him to fly him in at this hour of the night.
According to Mr. Reynolds, they indicate that the well is almost certain to prove dry.
Well, where's Reynolds now?
He is with his wife, of course. She has broken down completely at the news of her father's death. So, that will be all then for now, Mr. Dollar. I regret you have had your long journey to Sumatra for nothing.
What makes you think so?
Well, those test borings prove that Van Oosterhout was possessed of a delusion. With his death, any reason for pursuing it is obviously over.
Well, there's something else that's not quite as obvious, Inspector.
And what is that, Mr. Dollar?
Why he was murdered. One of Inspector Pajak's men drove me back to the Buitenzorg Hotel, where the night clerk put an end to any hopes I had for more sleep that night. He had a message for me to call Don Reynolds the minute I got in. I put in the call.
Hello?
This is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, Dollar. Glad you called. You going to be at your hotel for a little while?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On what you want to come over here to talk to me about.
Suppose it's to tell you who killed Van Oosterhout. Why?
I'll be here.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Don Reynolds exactly 7 minutes by the clock to get up to my hotel room after his phone call. He wasted as little time getting directly to the point.
I'm pretty sure I know who killed Von Oosterhout, Dollar, and why. But it's going to take a lot of doing to prove it.
Well, why come to me instead of Inspector Podjak?
Well, I'm not interested in having an official whitewash of murder.
Doesn't sound as though you have a very high opinion of our friend, the inspector.
Let's just say I don't want to take any chances on possible official collusion.
Mm-hmm. Well, what have you got?
Ever hear of Sunga Tabaran?
No. Should I have?
He's a wildcatter like Von Oosterhout was. 2 years ago, they tangled over some oil leases. When the courts decided in Von Oosterhout's favor, Tabaran swore he'd been cheated, that he'd get even.
Well, if he meant it, he waited a long time to make good.
He went to Java on business about then, came back here just about the time Von Oosterhout began to suspect someone was trying to sabotage his well.
That's pretty circumstantial, Mr. Reynolds.
There's nothing circumstantial about the fact that Tabaran's the oil expert Inspector Podjak sent out to the well to check on Von Oosterhout's story.
Oh, so that's the reason for your official collusion crack.
Yes, it is. And there's nothing circumstantial about the fist fight the two of them had a couple of days ago when Von Oosterhout openly accused Tabaran and told him you were coming out to check up on things.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I can top it for you, Dollar.
With what?
Tabaran's here in Medan. He flew in from the well late yesterday afternoon. I'd say he arrived approximately 2 hours before Von Oosterhout was killed. What do you think now?
Might pay to have a little talk with him.
At this point in our program, I'd like to give you something to think about. Probably one of the most quoted Americans in our nation's history is Benjamin Franklin. It was Franklin who said, "Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." And never leave that till tomorrow, which you can do today. And, of course, the Lord helps them that help themselves. But probably one of his most familiar quotations is, "There are only two things in life of which we may be certain, death and taxes." Of course, what bothers most of our taxpayers is that death and taxes don't come in that order. But seriously, one of the biggest jobs handled by the Secretary of the Treasury is the collection of taxes, our government's main source of income. The government raises money through the Bureau of Internal Revenue, which collects income taxes, excise taxes, amusement taxes, and other federal taxes. The Bureau also checks to see that you haven't paid too little and, believe it or not, that you haven't paid too much. Another way the government raises money is through the Bureau of Customs, which levies taxes on imports which are sent here from foreign countries. But although the Treasury Department collects the money, it is Congress, the men we send to Washington, who actually says who will pay taxes and how much. And that's one thing from which none of us can escape.
Expense account item 3, $1.65. Cab fare to the residence of Sunga Tabaran. It was a small, modern bungalow nestled in some gently rolling hills at the edge of town. The false dawn was just starting to light up the eastern sky when I got there.
Yes?
You're Sunga Tabaran?
That is correct.
My name is Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator. I'd like to talk with you.
This is hardly the hour at which one makes either social or business calls, Mr. Dollar.
Well, murder isn't very particular about the hours it keeps.
If you will, please come in.
Thanks. I notice you're up and dressed, Mr. Tabaran, in spite of the early hour.
You said you had come here to speak about murder, Mr. Dollar.
I understand that you and Van Oosterhout had some pretty violent disagreements in the past.
Unfortunately, that happens to be true.
Does Inspector Podjak know about that?
I have no secrets from my superior.
Does he also know that you flew into Medan yesterday afternoon?
My dear Mr. Dollar, you realize as well as I that these questions are quite pointless. Even if I did possess any guilty knowledge concerning Van Oosterhout's death, you could not hope to learn it this way.
Well, maybe I'm just not bright.
I'm afraid I cannot accept that.
Thank you.
No, you came here to talk with me. To look around, to try to judge, to measure. Hoping perhaps I would make some slip, unconsciously reveal some information which might be useful to you.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable supposition.
It is regrettable, then, that I must disappoint you. There will be no slips, no unconscious revelations. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Tabaran. You haven't hurt my feelings. Oh, by the way, extend my condolences to Frederica, will you? And tell her I'm glad she's getting over her bereavement so well.
I'm afraid I do not know to what you are referring, Mr. Dollar. I said nothing about Mrs. Reynolds.
You didn't have to. You just forgot to remove her handbag from that table. The question of what Frederica was doing in Sunga Tabaran's bungalow at that hour of the morning was an interesting one. But there were a few others bothering me even more. Expense account item 4, 75 cents. Precarious transportation aboard a bicycle rickshaw to the deserted offices of Van Oosterhout's Oil Company. Expense account item 5, $1, similar transportation back to my hotel, where a visitor was waiting for me in the otherwise empty lobby.
One moment, please, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, hi, Inspector. Something on your mind?
I wish you to stop interfering in affairs which are no concern of yours, but only of the police.
Well, it didn't take Tabaran long to call you after I left, did it?
Sunga Tabaran is one of my most trusted men.
Looks like Frederica Reynolds feels the same way about him.
Mr. Dollar, you are in a strange country. One whose habits, customs, ways of life are entirely foreign to you. It would be most easy to fall into error concerning the guilt or innocence of some of its inhabitants.
Well, I'd agree with you, except for one thing, Inspector.
So?
They're still people. A tepid shower and a similar breakfast occupied my time until the town of Medan awoke to the new day. Then I walked down the street to the shop I'd noticed the night before, belonging to one Herr de Groot, oil geologist. It took de Groot all of 30 seconds to look at the specimens I'd pilfered from Van Oosterhout's office the night before, rub them between his fingers, and come up with a pronouncement.
Yeah, there's no question. These test borings, they are from the Van Oosterhout number 1 well.
And you've seen specimens like these before?
But of course I have, young man, many times. They are composed in increasing density of a carbonate of calcium and magnesium, formed during the Carboniferous era of the Earth. In other words, what we have here are specimens of Carboniferous dolomite.
I'll take your word for that. Just tell me what it has to do with oil.
But it has everything to do with it, young man. Under just such rock strata as these lie some of the greatest oil fields in the world.
So the chances of the Van Oosterhout well hitting such a pool should be pretty good, huh?
I would say it would be virtually impossible for it not to hit oil from 100 to 500 feet in depth below the strata.
Any idea why Van Oosterhout wasn't informed of this?
Not informed, but he must have been.
Why is that?
Well, these test borings have been brought in regularly by Van Oosterhout's son-in-law, Mynheer Reynolds. Why should he not have told him?
De Groot added another good question to my list. So I called Reynolds to find out, but there wasn't any answer. I got the same result with a call to Sunga Tabaran. But I had better luck with the dispatcher's office at the airport.
That is quite right, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Taban filed a flight plan for the Van Oosterhout well and took off approximately an hour ago.
What about passengers?
One passenger is listed. Mrs. Frederica Reynolds.
No, Mr. Reynolds?
He took off for the well property also, Mr. Dollar, in a company plane. He was given runway clearance not 5 minutes ago.
One more thing. Do you happen to know what time Reynolds came in last night?
Well, which of Mr. Reynolds' flights do you mean, Mr. Dollar?
There was more than one?
Yes, 2. The first time he arrived here shortly after dark. I can look up the exact time for you if you wish.
No, that won't be necessary.
Well, granting your information is correct, Mr. Dollar, what is it you wish me to do about it?
Now, look, Inspector. It's about time you stop being coy.
You must have some or all of this information.
And if I have?
Then you know it adds up to one murder and maybe two more.
I do not understand, Mr. Dollar.
Reynolds knew from those secret test borings that Van Oosterhout was going to hit oil.
That would seem most logical, yes.
So if he could stop the well for 3 more weeks, the drilling permit would run out. Van Oosterhout would be through. And Reynolds could file for one of his own and bring in the well himself.
Then you are accusing Mr. Reynolds of deliberately withholding information from his father-in-law, of sabotaging his drilling operation.
And of killing Van Oosterhout.
But why should he have done that?
Well, somehow the old man must have learned the truth from those test borings we found in the office.
If what you say is true, Mr. Dollar, we shall secure the proof we need in good time.
Why did Tabaran and Frederica leave for the well?
The death of her father brought some suspicions to Mrs. Reynolds' mind. She went to discuss them with Tabaran. Perhaps there is some proof out there at the well, and they intend to bring it back.
Reynolds took off for the well 10 minutes ago, Inspector. What happens if there's another accident, and Frederica and Tabaran never get back?
A plane will be ready at the airport by the time we get there, Mr. Dollar.
The Van Oosterhout well was approximately 100 miles northwest of Medan. When we set down, both the company plane and Tabaran's were on the landing strip. The drilling rig was motionless, surrounded by high mounds of pumped-out mud. The entire area looked deserted.
It is impossible they could not have heard us arrive. Where is the rigging crew? Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds and Tabaran.
Well, there are not many places they could be. Bunkhouse, construction shack, powder house.
Perhaps we had better try the office first. You know, it is quite possible that...
Hey, there's Reynolds, coming out of the powder house. He's got a nitro tube in his hand.
Nitro? But what would he be doing with nitroglycerin?
Maybe we better find out. Reynolds?
Hi there, Dollar. Inspector Project? Yeah, you're just in time to see the fireworks.
Are you going to shoot the well?
Yeah, that's right. Drill struck a layer of igneous granite, broke off in the shaft. I'm going to drop this down and try to blast it loose.
Oh, where's the rigging crew?
Back in the jungle. Had to get them out of the possible blast area. Never can tell about these things.
What about Mrs. Reynolds and Tabaran?
Oh, they went along with them. The two of you better get back there, too.
Oh, this mud sump will protect us.
Well, maybe so, but sometimes these things pack an awful wallop.
This one's not going to, Reynolds.
What do you mean?
Put down that nitro and come over here with your hands up.
Are you crazy, Dollar? I'm going to blow that well.
Mr. Dollar, why have you drawn your gun?
You make a break for that well, Reynolds, and I'll shoot.
Better do something about him, Inspector. He must have lost his mind.
Put away that gun, Dollar.
I'm telling you for the last time. Put the nitro down and come over here.
Okay, Dollar. But I can't figure it. If you think I'm going to...
He's running toward the well.
Don't try it, Reynolds.
It's too late now, Dollar. I'm blasting that well.
Back in the mud, Inspector. Get back.
What are you going to... Dollar, your shot, it exploded the nitro.
Yeah. I guess it did at that, Inspector.
But Reynolds, it was the same as committing murder.
Now, let's say I prevented a couple, Inspector.
Prevented?
If Reynolds had blown the well with that charge, it would have destroyed the rigging. And that tool shack under it.
But what if it had? Neither Mrs. Reynolds nor Tabaran is anywhere around.
You better take a look at the door sill of that shack.
The door sill of the... Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. That blonde head lying inside there isn't carboniferous dolomite. Expense account item 6, $23.15, hotel bill and miscellaneous. Expense account item 7, $1,032.60, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $2,074.05. Remarks. The trip home didn't seem half as long as the walk we made to the tool shack to see if Frederica and Tabaran were still alive. As it turned out, they were. If they hadn't been, well, I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a gambling man. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Gerald Moore as
Johnny Dollar.
Al Harper at Corinthian, Johnny.
Hi, Al.
I've got a case here you won't like, but the commission will be good if we beat it.
How big is the policy?
$200,000.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm afraid to tell you the rest.
why?
It's in Hong Kong.
Well, you haven't scared me yet.
Johnny, the policyholders are people we've had trouble with before.
I'm still not scared.
No? You remember the Trans-Pacific Import-Export Office?
Yeah. I sent flowers to the widow.
Yeah. You still want to crack at it?
No, but I will.
Good.
Al.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared.
Tonight and every weekday night, Gerald Moore in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the Home Office, Corinthian Liability and Risk, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Trans-Pacific matter. Item 1, plane fare to Hong Kong. Over the bobbing head of my rickshaw boy, I found Hong Kong to be a city without simplicity, overburdened with the tragic complexities of war. To fill the smallest want is a difficult and expensive task. There's a shortage of everything: food, water, health, places to live. Both the island itself and the city of Kowloon over on the mainland were loaded with refugees from the interior, many of them lining the streets wailing for alms as we made our way to the offices of the American consul.
Yes. Yes, it is true. Life is very difficult here.
Now, where are they all going, Miss...
Where is there for them to go?
What do they do? How do they stay alive?
Many of them don't. So many of them. It is not like this in your America?
No.
Has it ever been?
Well, there was a civil war once. Books say that at times it was pretty bad.
But not like this.
Oh, never.
Louisa,
Yes, Mr. Grover.
would you ask Mr. Dollar to step in, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Grover.
I got it, thanks.
Well, Hartford, Connecticut, huh? Come in, Mr. Dollar.
How are you, Mr. Grover?
Sit down, sit down.
Thanks.
That's right. Insurance investigation, huh?
Yeah.
Well, now, what's your errand, and what can the consulate do for you?
Well, I'm here to investigate a claim filed by Trans-Pacific Import-Export Company.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, Will Meadows' firm was destroyed by fire last month.
100%. Or rather, $200,000 worth to my company. Do you know this William Meadows, Mr. Grover?
Oh, I've met him at the American Club now and then. That's about all. Insurance investigators are hired
when the company isn't satisfied with something about the claim. On this one, the fire was blamed on vandalism.
Well, vandalism's become quite a popular pastime, across in Kowloon especially.
Do you suspect some sort of fraud?
Frankly, we do. Trans-Pacific once had a branch in Shanghai. When the war closed in on them, their warehouse was burned to the ground, just like this one here.
Oh, I see.
It occurred to some of the people in my home office that Trans-Pacific did much better by collecting on the insurance than if they'd gone through the expense of liquidating.
Ah. I suppose coincidence won't quite do it, will it?
Uh-uh.
Well, now, how can I help you?
Well, I'd appreciate some phone calls or letters that would give me support from the fire department and the police.
Yes, of course you would.
I don't suppose my problem seems very important out here.
I was thinking that very thing. You know, it's always the case, Mr. Dollar. On the fringe of war, very few individual problems seem really important. Nor the individuals themselves. I trust you'll keep that in mind.
I'll try to.
Getting help, even time, from the police or fire brigade is one of those individual problems. But I'll do what I can for you.
Anything will help, Mr. Grover. I won't take any more of your time.
Oh, be sure to leave your number with my girl. I'll let you know about the official assistance.
Well, I came right here from the airport. I don't have a number yet.
Oh. No hotel?
No. Pretty tough?
As a matter of fact, almost impossible. The accidental places are always filled. I tell you, speak with my receptionist, Miss Vedras.
Is that her name? Vedras?
Yes. Her father's half Portuguese, owns a small hotel. He might have accommodations.
Good, I'll ask her. Thanks again.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, just a matter of interest.
Yeah?
The case of Trans-Pacific import in Shanghai. You say your company was forced to meet the claim there?
That's right.
Or was it investigated?
The investigator they sent over was killed before he could build a case. Miss Vedras arranged for accommodations at her father's place on a dingy street called Sing Wang, a hill of steps along the waterfront overshadowed by the plush European mansions on the top of Victoria Peak. I had a room that looked out on an alley. Iron bed, a chair, a pitcher of water on a bamboo table. I was the only non-Oriental in the building, and I seemed to be the only one to notice it. The first night I suffered from a combination of claustrophobia and loneliness. Feelings that made me glad to find out who it was that knocked at my door. Well, hello.
Mr. Grover asked me to tell you he has contacted a man named Harrison. He is at the fire control office.
Oh?
Mr. Grover also asked me to tell you that Mr. Harrison will see you tomorrow morning.
Good. Won't you come in? Come on in.
Thank you. Are you comfortable?
Thanks to you, this is fine. I don't have much to offer you. Cigarette, scotch, Miss Vedras?
I'm very curious.
About what?
Why you are here?
Oh. Well, it's business, if that's what you mean. But it's better kept confidential.
Is there danger in this business?
Why do you ask that?
Because you were followed and you are being watched.
How do you know?
Oh, I know Sing Wong Street. I have seen this man before, but not here.
Where is he?
Perhaps you can see him from the window. You see that shop on the other side where the boxes are piled near the door?
Yeah. Say you've seen him, huh? Where?
I cannot remember that. I have just seen him.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no need to worry. There won't be any trouble.
You seem very sure of that.
I have the advantage. He doesn't know I know he's there. Thanks for telling me about him.
Perhaps you know who he is.
No. I didn't think anybody knew I was in town.
You will just let it go on, this watching?
Well, there's not much choice. Let's talk about something else, huh? What's that song?
Oh, it's a love song. About two lonely people who meet near a river.
Oh. In America, the songs are a little different.
Yes, I know. I like them.
Do you know many Americans?
Oh, yes. At the consulate office, I see them all the time. I want to marry one.
I'd say he was a very lucky American.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I don't mean there is only one. I want to marry an American who will take me away from China. There is no other way.
Do you hate it that much?
There's nothing else to do but hate it. There is no good here, always trouble. The Chinese are a patient people, but I am not all Chinese. And I cannot make myself be patient any longer. I want to go to America where people thrive on impatience. You know, I think from what I have seen that Americans are the most impatient people in all the world.
Yeah, that's right. They say we kill ourselves that way, heart and stomach.
Oh, no, you live longer and better.
What about your Portuguese people?
They are gone. You think I'm wrong to be this way?
No, I didn't say that. I hope you find your American, Miss Vedras.
You want me to go now?
I think you better. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Good night.
Three things interfered with sleep that night. The pleading in the eyes of the girl. The smells and sounds that drifted into my room from the restless, crowded city. And the watcher who was still at his station across the street when I turned out my light. Yeah, the toughest part of this case was that failure in Shanghai where the agent had been killed. It was a pretty sobering memory. And for that reason, every face on Singwang Street was a suspicious one. Every group of Hong Kong Chinese were potential assassins. With my watcher across the street the first to be reckoned with. Well, gun in hand, eyes on the street. I fell asleep that night watching him. In the morning, there was a different man in his place. I was followed to the office of Harrison, chief of the fire brigade, who had developed couldn't see me after all. So with time on my hands, I decided to talk to William Meadows, head of Trans-Pacific, the firm I'd come to investigate.
Oh, yes, mister?
Mr. Meadows at home?
Oh, yes, sir. You give name, please?
Who is it, Lim?
American gentleman.
My name is Dollar, Mr. Meadows. I'm from Corinthian Liability, Hartford office.
Wait a minute.
You come in, please.
What'd you say your name was?
Dollar.
What's the matter with that company anyway? Didn't the adjuster send in his report? What are you doing here?
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Meadows. This doesn't have to be unpleasant.
They sit back there in Hartford with nothing to worry about but Sunday's golf game. They don't know a thing about the conditions we're working under.
Well, they do know your fire here pretty much follows the pattern of the one in Shanghai.
Of course it does. The conditions are the same.
Including the, quote, starving refugees, unquote, who killed and robbed the investigator?
Careless people are dying here every day. It can happen pretty easy. Now say what you have to say and get out of here.
It's very little, Mr. Meadows. I came here mainly to get my reaction to you. I have. You jumped to the conclusion you were under suspicion before I got through that door. You're on the defensive, so you gotta have a reason to be.
Show him out, Lim.
You come now, Mr.
Now, wait a minute. More important, you're having me followed. You gotta be afraid of me.
Please,
Hold
Mr. Dollar.
on. I'm not afraid of you, Dollar. Or what you might find or what you might try to do. My warehouse burnt down here, and that dandy little company of yours is going to pay the claim. True, I don't like your snooping around. I don't like you coming here like this, and you know it. No man would. And that's the biggest parcel of information you'll get from me.
And I'll go elsewhere.
Good idea. Have your dreams, Dollar, but have them someplace else. Go snoop through the ashes. Mainly, just get out of here.
Now, Mr. Dollar.
I can find the door. Two things came out of that conversation with William Meadows. First, a reasonable platform to build a strong suspicion on. Second, what Meadows was really saying was, this is my town and I run things and anybody who gets in my way can get hurt. A real nice situation. I'd been threatened and I was being followed. Expense account item 2. $7 for a bottle of scotch. I rickshawed back to my hotel, locked myself in, and took up my vigil by the window. Yeah, same man watching from across the street. Same kind of night. In a city where life was supposedly so cheap, mine began to grow expensive.
Now, here is our star, Gerald Moore, to tell you about tomorrow's episode.
Thanks. Tomorrow night, a complicated lesson in how to get shot at by your best friend and like it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced in Hollywood. Written by E. Jack Newman and Gil Dowd, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for another exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. George Walsh speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network. From Hollywood, it's time now for Gerald Moore as
Johnny Dollar.
Superintendent Clyde here. You telephoned?
Yeah, I got a bird in my room who's ready to sing.
Sing? Are you holding someone prisoner?
I just scalped a two-bit thug that William Meadows had on me. The next one on my list is Meadows himself.
I warn you, Dollar, any illegal action will be answered for here at headquarters.
Does that work all the way around?
What?
Send out a wagon and pick this baby up. He was carrying a knife and a gun when I bopped him. He tried to kill me.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I'll come at once.
Tonight and every weeknight, Gerald Moore in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Fifth day in Hong Kong. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Corinthian Liability and Risk, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of additional expenses during my investigation of the Trans-Pacific arson case. And it is arson, I'm sure of it. Item 14. $7. Wreckage of bamboo curtains in my hotel room during scuffle with thug who had murder in his eye. A tough-looking Oriental in a suit that was too big in the shoulders. Not so tough without his killing equipment.
Dollar.
Not so fast, buddy. We got business. Okay, who sent you? Meadows?
Yes, Meadows.
That's better. Now let's have the rest of it, including burning down a warehouse to collect.
Just a moment, Mr. Dollar. Just one moment. What's going on here?
I'm trying to find out, Mr. Clyde.
Well, that's enough. Wilson, take Mr. Dollar's gun.
Not mine, his. I took it from him.
Nevertheless.
All right, here.
Well, now. This is the man you apprehended? Penlu?
You know him?
I've seen him.
Now, you know his name, and I know he works for Meadows, and that he's been following me and tried to kill me. That ought to be enough for you to go to work on.
One thing at a time, Mr. Dollar. Are you sure this man is in the employ of William Meadows?
He just told me.
Under duress?
Sure, I'd arrest him. I'd arrest anybody with that kind of equipment, wouldn't you?
Now, calm down, old boy.
A warehouse is burned to the ground. A girl is killed. There's an attempted murder, and you say calm down.
I repeat it, calm down. All right, men, you take him to headquarters. We'll see what he has to say about all this.
Why don't we see right here?
And then, if he can throw any light on the matter, we'll proceed further.
Ooh, I don't get you.
The department and I have stood for all of the badgering we will from you, Mr. Dollar. Your case of arson against William Meadows consists of nothing but notarized statements from people who could have said almost anything. Their accusations with regard to the murder of that poor girl do bear consideration. But they are also very inconclusive.
And you haven't done anything about it either.
We do things our way, Mr. Dollar, in spite of your insurance company.
Well, what about him, that Penlu?
Well, he'll be questioned, most thoroughly. Then we shall proceed, or drop the whole matter.
Really? Well, I'm proceeding right now.
Yes, I heard you on the phone. You said you were going to get Meadows.
I'm going to get a confession from him.
Mr. Dollar, I checked on you as an investigator quite thoroughly.
Thank you.
You have a reputation in your United States, an enviable one. I can't disregard that. But I cannot disregard either the fact that this case is very complex and must be investigated cautiously. Now, we'll question this man in our way and for our reasons. Then I'll let you know the results.
Well, what about my case?
That will come out eventually.
I didn't have to call you, but I did, because I thought at least you'd be convinced that now's the time to get Meadows and help me. I can see I was wrong.
Wait one moment. Where are you going?
Out.
Mr. Dollar, I have no reason to arrest you right now, but I will if you do anything out of line. I will be contacting you, and I suggest that you wait here.
I didn't wait. Expense account item 15. $48 American for rental on 1935 Packard. I got tired of rickshaws. I had a hard time driving through the Hong Kong streets. Anybody would. It was still jammed with humanity. Humanity on the verge of panic. Humanity living on the edge of a war. I'll say this for the old Packard. The horn worked beautifully. And hardly anybody paid any attention to it. It took me a solid hour to get to the south part of town where Meadows lived.
Meadows! Meadows, open up! Somebody open up or I'll shoot the lock off.
Who is it?
Open this door. Hurry it up.
You wait. Oh. Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Where's Meadows?
Mr. Meadows, he not here. You come back next week. Please, you wait. Mr. Meadows not here, I tell you.
Close the door.
But Mr. Meadows, he not here.
Meadows!
Eh? Not here. You come back.
Where is
he? He say come back next week. You come back next week. He'll see you then. Now you go, please.
If you know where he is, tell me.
You come back next week.
Now listen, I don't want to hurt you. Do you understand?
No, not hurt.
But I will hurt plenty if I don't find out where he is. It's important. Now tell me. Where is he?
He say not to tell anybody.
Tell me.
He go Kowloon.
Kowloon, huh?
Yes. You'll find him there.
And you go with me. And if he's not there, then I hurt.
Oh.
I'll try again. Where is he?
I tell you. Repulse Bay.
What'd you say?
Repulse Bay.
Repulse Bay. That's on the other side of the island where the big hotel is?
Yes. Yes, he there.
Can I call him on the telephone?
Yes. Yes, you call.
Is he at the hotel?
He got a cottage, number 7. Last one.
Where's the telephone?
Please, you not tell how you learned he there, please.
Where's the telephone?
Here. Telephone.
Call the number, I'll talk. Now go ahead.
Repulse Bay Hotel.
Mr. Meadow Cottage, please.
One moment.
Okay, give it to me.
Hello? Hello?
You see? I tell truth, he there.
Yeah, you did fine.
You go see?
Yeah.
No tell.
No tell. But it won't make any difference now.
Not understand, Mr. Dollar.
You will. The old Packard got me there in 40 minutes. I was already in front of the Cottage 7 when the police cars slid to a quiet stop. Superintendent Clyde spotted me.
Just a moment, Dollar. We came here not because of what you said, but to see to it that nothing happens that might better be prevented.
Thank you.
You terrified that houseboy of Meadows. He called us and said that you'd been there. You're a hot-headed, impetuous... No, this time you happen to be right. About Pen Lu.
Huh?
Pen Lu admitted that he'd been hired by Meadows to kill you. We took time to check his gun. Although he didn't admit that part, it's the same gun that killed Louisa Vedras.
Louisa.
But it isn't clear. Why would Meadows have her killed?
Don't you see? They killed her thinking it was me.
What?
Well, Louisa and I got to know each other pretty well during the first days I was here. It's been a bad job for the nerves, what with the murder of the man who investigated Meadows in Shanghai, and... Well, she got me a room at her father's hotel. She was there when I came back after a pretty bad day. I knew somebody was following me, and I guess I needed somebody to be with. So she stayed a while. She was there the next night waiting for me in the room. And she was waiting for me to come back the night she was killed.
Oh, well, that answers me. Now, this is for my own information and not police work. Are you here to get Meadows for your company or because of Louisa?
She was a lovely girl.
All right. He's a difficult man. Do what you can.
What?
Your turn, Dollar. You waited a long time for it. Make your play. Try to clear up what you have to for the insurance company. It'll be difficult after we've arrested him. Good luck.
Thanks.
Who is it?
Dollar!
Who?
Dollar! You know I'm still alive, Meadows. You know that girl was shot at the hotel room instead of me.
Are you crazy?
I stopped the man you had following me. His statement will put you in plenty of hot water. Now, are you coming down or shall I come in?
Come on in. We'll talk about it.
All right, I'm coming in. Okay. Meadows! Come on down. Meadows!
I told you. You should have known you wouldn't take me. I hit you, didn't I?
Just in the arm. It'll be all right.
Should have been your stomach.
You're cashing in, Meadows. How about it? A statement?
No.
Tell it, Meadows, how you fired the warehouse and about the girl that can't hurt you now.
I'll tell nothing.
Dollar, are you all right?
Meadows.
You should have got you in.
All right, Dollar. Better have that arm taken care of.
Expense account item 16. $43 even. Medical fees and hospital charges. I don't suppose it could be called hewing to the niceties of jurisprudence since Meadows was dead. And he refused before dying to speak or write his confession, but there were 2 police carloads of witnesses who took the fact that he had opened fire as an acceptable admission of guilt. Same thing cleared me legally on the grounds of self-defense. I had hoped it would clear my mind, but it hasn't. Louisa Vedras is still there. I guess she always will be. Item 17, same as item 1. Plane fare back to the United States. Expense account total, $4,515. End of 5th day. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star, Gerald Moore, to tell you about next week's story.
Thanks. Monday night, the story of a ship, the Marley K. Destination, Davy Jones' locker. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced in Hollywood. Written by E. Jack Newman and Gil Dowd, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Heard in the cast were Lillian Bayef, Will Wright, Tony Barrett, Harry Bartell, and Ben Wright. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. George Walsh speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Harry Branson at Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Company.
Oh, hi, Harry. What's on your mind?
I have a case for you, a very important one.
Good. Tell me about it.
John, did you ever hear of Laird Douglas of Heatherscote?
Lord, who... Say that slowly, will you?
Laird Douglas of Heatherscote.
Sorry, I left my kilts and bagpipes on the other side of the drink.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling real sharp this morning. But what about this Laird Douglas something or other?
Can you come down here to Philadelphia and see me?
I hate to be so blunt about it, old boy, but what's in it for me?
A nice retainer fee in any event.
Well, good.
And, of course, expenses and your regular commission if anything happens to Laird Douglas.
Of Heatherscope.
Why, yes.
Okay, Harry, I'm on my way.
Oh, John.
Yeah?
Come down by plane, will you? The first one you can get.
Urgent, huh?
Yes, John. Very.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Harry Branson at the Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Following is an accounting of expenditures incurred during my investigation of the Laird Douglas of Heatherscote matter, whoever Laird Douglas is, and whether investigation is the proper term at this point, who knows. In any event, well... Expense account item 1, $22.50, air transportation and miscellaneous, Hartford to New York to Philadelphia. For a change, I decided to stay at the Benjamin Franklin, not only because it was convenient to Harry Branson's office on Walnut Street, that is the office of Philly Mutual Liability and Casualty, but because I'd heard it was a nice hotel. It was. And it was convenient to everything else in the center of town. Theaters, good restaurants, nice stores, even a nightclub. Well, anyhow, when I got to my room, I found a half dozen urgent messages that Harry had called. Pretty good indication that his lordship, Douglas or at least this case, was pretty important. So instead of bothering to unpack, I had the bellboy dump my luggage, tipped him, and was standing there debating whether I'd better forego a quick shower and change of clothes when the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
John, didn't you get my messages? Why haven't you called? I've been waiting to hear from you. What's wrong?
Hey, take it easy, Harry. I just this minute got in.
Oh. Well, I hope you're coming right on over here to my office.
What's the matter? Something happened to this client of yours?
No, not yet.
But being you're expecting the worst, huh? And look, you still haven't told me a thing about this emergency, or whatever you want to call it.
John, it is an emergency because of the time element. You see, why do we waste time on the phone?
Well, this was your call, not mine.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll be waiting for you.
And Harry, I'll be there. Still knowing nothing whatsoever about what was going on, I decided I'd better be prepared for anything. So I slipped a .38 Colt out of my bag and took it along. Expense account item 2, 65 cents, cab fare. I've said it before when I handled the Amerigo case for him. Harry Branson is a good insurance man, but a worrywart. So I kind of hoped he was making the usual mountain out of the usual molehill this time. However, when my cab pulled up in front of his office building, he was standing, waiting on the sidewalk out front. Hey, I keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
John, what took you so long?
Huh?
Thank goodness you're here.
Harry, what are you doing out here? Lose your office or just forget the key?
I almost wish I had. John, we have a problem. A serious one.
Yeah, with Laird Douglas of,
Heatherscote. He's up in my office now.
Sounds like international intrigue. Has Scotland declared war on us or something?
This is no time for levity. He's up in the office now, and you must take over immediately. This is a very serious situation. Come.
Okay. Oh, now, what's it all about? Has Laird Douglas died and... Oh, no, you said he was up in your office. And I'm sure you don't mean just his body.
Yes, he's there, with Mrs. Peter Malcolm Kelly Van Pyten.
Kelly Van... Huh? Are you kidding?
I certainly am not. You see, she insists that you act as his bodyguard.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Harry.
Unfortunately, or rather fortunately for you, 13th floor, please.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, I said 13th floor, operator. Please, quickly.
Yes, sir.
So, Harry?
Young man, will you please start this elevator immediately?
Gotta wait for the signal, sir.
Signal? This is an emergency. Take off. Immediately.
Emergency?
Yes, it involves Laird Douglas of Heatherscote.
Oh, well, sure, if it's... Who?
Good man.
Okay. Now, you were saying, Harry...
Was I?
Unfortunately something.
Oh, yes, of course. Fortunately for you, she was quite cognizant of the fact...
Who was cognizant?
Mrs. Peter Malcolm Kelly Van Pyten. She knew about the excellent work you did for us in connection with the Ricardo Amerigo case not long ago. Excellent detective work, she called it.
13th floor.
You remember the case, Ricardo, the concert violinist who disappeared, presumably
Yeah,
murdered.
I remember.
And your almost intuitive deduction that he wasn't dead at all, but had merely staged the whole thing to make it look as the...
Harry.
Oh, yes, of course.
13th floor.
You mean Mrs. Peter Malcolm Kelly Van...
Excuse me, mister, but I'm getting signals from the other floors.
Quite right, you should. As I started to say, John, she is one of our biggest personal policy holders.
Good. But hadn't we better get into your office and meet her?
Oh, yes, but I want you to know about the personal premiums. Alone, they run to something over $20,000 a year.
Mister, please.
Well, she is an important client.
Yes, and that's why I
Mr. William,
I didn't
please?
hesitate to accede to her request that you be called in on this case. I called you, and here you are.
Mister, please.
Oh, well, get us up to the... Oh, we're here. Why didn't you tell us? Come, John.
Mister, if I was to tell you what I'd like to,
My office is right this way, John. Come, please.
Hey, look, you better calm down, Harry, and give me the dope on this case right from the beginning.
Yes, I'd better. All right. Mrs. Peter Malcolm Kelly Van Pyton is a very important client, has been for years.
So you said. But there are a lot of things you haven't said, like, what has she got to do with this Laird Douglas character, and why is he so important?
It's this way, John. The policy on him runs to $5,000. No double indemnity, which is good. As a matter of fact, the policy on him was purely a favor to Mrs. Kelly Van Pyton. You know, considering such short life expectancy and all.
No, I don't know. Is he in his dotage or something?
Well, hardly. Or are you being facetious again?
But you said... Hey, how old is he?
His birthday is next month, May 7th to be exact. He'll be 4 years old.
4?
That's right.
Short life expectancy?
Of course, you see, John.
Wait a minute. Some horrible disease or something, huh? What's the matter with him?
John, you wanted this from the beginning, so I'll give it to you from the beginning.
Okay, but Harry,
if it hadn't been for Mrs. Van Pyton's own policies totaling something in the neighborhood of $500,000, more in fact,
Harry.
why, we'd never have written the one on Lord Douglas of Heatherscote. So, now we've cleared that up.
Harry, we passed your office 3 or 4 doors ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But as I'm sure you understand, I wanted to give you some of the background before you talk with Mrs. Van Pyton. After all, you asked for it.
Yes, I guess I did. But what you've given me so far has landed me smack dab in the department of utter confusion. And I'm beginning to think maybe I have company.
Oh, where? Who?
Right here. You, Harry. Now look. Why don't we quietly stroll into your office and let me get the whole thing from Mrs. Kelly Van Pyton herself? Or better still, from Laird Douglas.
But you couldn't. Of course not.
What?
At least not from him.
Why not?
John, will you please stop joking?
Who's joking?
This is serious business, very.
Look, Harry.
Yes?
There is one thing I'd like to talk over before we go in to see him. Somebody.
Yes?
Well, apparently the life and or welfare of this Laird Douglas is in danger.
Oh, no doubt about it. I thought I'd made that very clear to you.
Yeah, well, you said you've written only a $5,000 policy on him.
That's right, $5,000. And purely
Yeah, I know all about that. Now, look, I don't want to seem crass about it, Harry, but my commission, if anything were to happen to him, wouldn't amount to a hill of beans.
Which is precisely why I told you will be paid a retainer while you're on the case. A most generous one.
A generous one? By you?
By Mrs. Kelly Van Pyton.
How much?
Well, John, now mind you, this may not require your services for more than a week or so. As bodyguard, that is.
How much?
And, of course, she has authorized an expense account.
Ah.
But, mind you, John, not the usual kind that you seem to have the knack of piling up beyond all reason. Clearly, a completely honest, legitimate accounting...
Harry, how much?
But as a matter of cold fact, I have assured her that it will total no more than the amount of the retainer she is prepared to pay you. Any more than that, and, well, you'll have a lot of explaining to do.
Harry, how much is this retainer to be, if I take the case?
I might even go so far... $750 per week, or fraction thereof, and I am sure you will agree that... What's the matter, John?
$750 a week, plus expenses, when there's only a $5,000 policy involved?
That's right.
But if this 4-year-old Laird Douglas of
Heatherscote.
Yeah. If he's only worth a $5,000 policy, and what was that crack about short life expectancy?
John, I told you he is already 4 years old.
Oh, look, start all over again, will you, Harry?
Yes. No, on second thought, perhaps you were right. Perhaps you'd better get the details directly from Mrs. Peter
Malcolm Kelly Van
Peyton.
Peyton. I know. Now, look, Harry, I think I'd better. I'd better get it from somebody. You're
Incidentally, John, you understand, of course, that your services will be required only during the affair at Balakinwood. And not 1 minute thereafter.
No, I don't understand. What's Balakinwood?
Out around Westchester, outside the city, one of the suburbs. Very nice suburb, too. That is where Laird Douglas.
How have this got?
Yes, John, that is where he will appear.
And you or Mrs. Kelly Van Peyton, or both, if you think his life will be in danger.
Exactly. Oh, John, I knew you were just joking me all the time.
I wish I knew.
Here we are, and everything will be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, thank heavens, dear Mr. Branson. I was afraid something had happened to you. You were gone so long, you really had me quite worried.
I'm so sorry, but I had hoped to tell Mr. Dollar something of this affair, and I'm afraid we loitered on the way up. Mrs. Kelly Van Peyton, this is Mr. John Dollar.
Oh, you wonderful, wonderful man. I'm so glad that you've agreed to take on this assignment. You see, Laird Douglas means everything to me, and I have the utmost confidence in you. I'm sure Laird Douglas will, too.
Well, thank you very much. But where is he?
Why, yes, Mrs. Van Peyton, what's happened to him?
Oh, don't worry, my dear. He's all right. But after all, he is so temperamental. I fear he got a bit impatient waiting for you, and I know you'll forgive him. You will, won't you?
Yes, of course, but where is he?
He's asleep, Mr. Branson, in your inner office. He sat down in your chair and fell fast asleep. Oh, if I could only relax that way. But you must meet him, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, I'd certainly like to.
Of course you would, and I know he'll want to meet you. Gently now. Oh, good, he's awake.
Oh, no. That's Laird
Douglas of Heatherscote. This is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Hey! Holy John! Hey!
Douglas, no!
Somebody!
Let go of Mr. Dollar's leg. Douglas, dear. Douglas!
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's, intriguing? Well, tomorrow's episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow? Well, I've handled some pretty doggy cases in my time, but never as a pooch's bodyguard. But suddenly this one begins to smell much too strongly of murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Get dressed, Johnny. How fast can you get to the airport?
Well, 30 minutes if I finish breakfast and 10 if I don't.
They'll give you something to eat on the plane.
Where am I going?
South Bend, Indiana. Washington Research Hospital. They were robbed last night. $150 worth of gold.
You're pretty excited about a claim that size, aren't you?
We were right to be. The gold is what they call an isotope, used for experimental purposes. Highly radioactive. Whoever stole it is carrying potential death around with him.
Well, I guess the airline's coffee is better than mine anyway. I'll see you, Ed. account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Corinthian Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the radioactive gold matter. Expense account item 1, $52.75, airfare and incidentals between Hartford and South Bend, Indiana. Expense account item 2, $1.40, cab fare out to Washington Research Hospital. Dr. Reed McKinlock was in charge of the radiological laboratories.
It's impossible to overemphasize the seriousness of the situation, Mr. Dollar. An extremely lethal weapon is loose somewhere in the city of South Bend.
Would you mind explaining what this gold is, Doctor, and why it's so deadly?
It's what we call a radioactive isotope. That means the gold's been exposed to an atomic pile until it becomes highly radioactive. We use it here as well as a number of other isotopes in the treatment of certain malignancies.
Uh-huh. What form does it come in, Doctor?
Both gold leaf and needles, depending on whether we wish to employ solutions or a direct injection.
Well, what kind of protection do you have against its radioactivity when it's not in use?
Well, all our isotopes are kept in small glass vials, which are in turn kept in small lead boxes. When not in active use, we place them in a lead vault in our laboratory.
Any of the other isotopes missing?
No, just the gold, which means there couldn't have been much of a profit motive in the theft.
Why not, Doctor?
Well, we only had 4 ounces of the gold, so it was a metal that wasn't worth too much. And as an isotope, others such as carbon-14 or iron-55 are 3 times as valuable.
Uh-huh. Any other reason for anyone taking it?
Outside of its value in research and healing, it's practically worthless. I can't possibly conceive of any reason for its theft. All my staff have been with me for some time.
According to Dr. McKinlock, the radioactive gold had been used on a patient the day before, placed in the vault that night, and a laboratory technician had discovered its loss at 8 o'clock in the morning. Apparently, whoever had taken it was unaware of its lethal properties. The protective lead box had been left behind. Doris Floria, the lab technician, added one more bit of information.
I can't help thinking it's all my fault, Mr. Dollar. I'm the one that's responsible.
Well, why is that, Miss Floria?
Well, one of my duties here is to check the vault each evening, make sure all the isotopes have been replaced, and then close and lock it.
Well, didn't you do that last night?
Oh, yes. At least I thought I did.
You thought you did?
But I came in this morning to unlock the vault. It was partially open. Apparently, I hadn't locked it last night.
Well, we all make mistakes, Miss Floria.
Yes, but not as deadly as this one's liable to be.
Expense account item 3, $1.75, cab fare to police headquarters. I figured I'd better find out what the police were doing about things. Lieutenant Ritos told me.
They've been working pretty fast, Mr. Dollar, trying to cover every possible angle. Fairly intangible thing to work on, though. A few flecks of gold in a glass jar.
Some pretty deadly flecks, Lieutenant. How are you doing with the hospital personnel?
We're checking them out as fast as we can. Haven't come up with anything so far.
What about Doris Floria's story?
Could have happened as she said. Failure to lock the vault door tightly. Either that or it was opened by somebody who knew the combination. No signs of forced entry.
I suppose you've notified the newspapers and radio stations?
Yeah, they're giving us complete coverage. Scare headlines, spot broadcast every 15 minutes. They have to do something that lets this guy know he's committing suicide by carrying that stuff around.
Yeah, that goes for anybody who might come in contact with him, too. I made a copy of the lieutenant's list of all the hospital employees who might have had access to the vault room during the hours of 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Then I started back for the hospital to recheck. I was still looking for a cab outside of police headquarters when Lieutenant Ritos came hurrying out of the building and changed my plan of action.
Better forget the cab and come along with me, Dollar.
Why, what happened, Lieutenant?
Just another flyer to all the pawn shops and precious metal buyers in town. A fellow by the name of Gus Parker called in. Owns a Helpful Friend Collateral Company on South Boulder Street. He just caught one of the radio broadcasts, scared him to death. He bought that hot gold at 10:30 this morning.
Believe me, I'm glad to see you, Lieutenant. Oh, I'm plenty glad. Oh, you know?
Yeah, it's the first time, Parker.
No, that's no way to talk, Lieutenant. Just because we had a few, kind of disagreements, don't mean we're not friends. I'm doing you a good turn right now to prove it. Ain't I?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see the proof.
Yeah, the proof, he says. Oh, that atom gold stuff. That's what I got for proof. Maybe my dead body will be proof enough for you.
How do you know it's the radioactive gold, Mr. Parker?
Well, how do I know? Gold leaf, it said on the radio, didn't it? Gold leaf and needles, maybe 4 ounces. That's what it said, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay, so this guy comes into my place at 10:30 this morning. The gold leaf he's got. 3 troy ounces of it, and he wants to sell, and so I buy. Like an idiot, I should have hit him over the head. I should have shot him. But like an idiot, I buy it.
Did he tell you where he got the gold?
Oh, sure, yes, he told me. Oh, yeah, well, you think I buy gold without asking? Off in the windows in his place of business, he said. He had a big television store. He went broke, so he scraped the gold leaf off the windows. And that's what he came to peddle to me. He said, oh, that liar, I should have shot him.
Well, it's 3 troy ounces, a lot of leaf to scrape off the store window.
Well, so maybe he had a big store, lots of windows. How do I know? Well, that's what he told me, so I bought the stuff.
Where is it, Parker?
It's back there. It's laying on the counter in the back there. Don't ask me to take you over there. I'm not getting within 15 feet of that stuff. 3 troy ounces of Affin balm. I wouldn't get within 15 feet of that.
Let's take a look, Lieutenant, huh?
That's gold leaf, all right. Clean, too. It wasn't scraped off any store window.
How'd he bring it in, Parker? A glass jar?
But he had the stuff in an envelope, a paper envelope. I've got the whole store full of that Adam stuff. Now my counter, the scale. Get it out of here. Get it.
I've got a lead box in the car, Dollar. We'll put it in there and have a hospital check.
Yeah, okay, Lieutenant. Mr. Parker, you got a record of the man who brought the gold in?
Well, yeah, sure I got it. It's right here in my book. Wait a minute. Let's see. Yes, here it is. John Jones, 625. Flournoy Street.
John Jones, huh?
So that's the name he gave me. What am I going to do? Call a man a liar to his face? Oh, say, listen, mister, that gold. What do you think it's that atom stuff?
We'll find that out at the hospital.
Yeah, well, you let me know, won't you? It's got me plenty worried. Maybe I'm dying from it right now.
Well, why don't you come with us and let him check you over?
Now, how am I going to do that? 3 hours to closing yet. Customers will come in here. After all, a fellow's got to make a buck, you know.
We put the gold leaf into the lead box with the help of some sugar tongs that Parker had around, called the hospital to tell him we were on the way, and drove down. Dr. McKinlock was in one of the x-ray rooms taking some plates when we walked in.
Okay, Steve, that'll do it.
That's his whole picture, Doctor.
That's it, Steve. You can put your shirt on now. Stop by tomorrow afternoon. We'll have the plates developed by then, and I'll let you know.
You think everything be all right, Doctor? Nothing bad wrong. Everything be all right.
It's my job to worry about these things, Steve, not yours. So run along, give that lovely bride of yours a kiss for me, will you?
I know she likes that, Doctor. You wait till I tell her. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Wait till I tell my Anna. She likes that.
Oh, sorry I had to keep you waiting. I wanted to be sure to get those plates on Steve Rojak today. Suspected malignancy. Do you think you have the gold?
We're not sure, Doctor, but we've got some pure gold leaf.
Well, let's check and see. I have a Geiger counter over here. And now, if you'll step back.
Yeah, sure.
Did you get the man who had this?
Not yet.
Well, if this is hot, don't waste any time getting him down here. There may be still a chance to save his life. I'll pass the counter over now and increase the intensity of the clicking, and we've got it. If there's not, well, let's see. Well, there's your answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, looks like we start again from scratch. Progress came to a complete standstill. Somewhere in the city of South Bend, a man or woman was dying from radiation. But no one had responded to the notices in the papers nor to the radio broadcast. Around 10 o'clock that night, I decided to call it quits and checked into the South Bend Hotel for some much-needed sleep. During the night, my plans were rudely interrupted. Johnny Dollar.
Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Dollar. This is Dr. McKinlock. Can you come down here to the hospital right away?
At 2:30 in the morning? Why?
Well, it's our laboratory technician, Doris Floria. She came in here about 20 minutes ago in an advanced state of hysteria. She's under the impression she's dying from radiation poisoning.
Our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
good time getting here, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I wasn't going to waste any after what you told me. Where's Miss Floria?
She's in one of the treatment rooms down this way.
That's what happened, Doctor.
She came into the hospital at 1:50 a.m., sobbing and moaning rather incoherently about dying from radiation poisoning. When the resident on duty called me, I came down, gave her a sedative, and put in the call to you.
Uh-huh.
This is the room, Mr. Dollar. I've already made a preliminary examination.
Did you find anything?
There's slight but very definite radioactivity spread generally over her body. Of course, the counter shows any contamination almost immediately, but the secondary symptoms usually take 8 to 14 days to make their appearance.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's talk to her.
Doris. It's Dr. McKinlock, Doris.
I've told you all I know. I'm guilty. You know I'm guilty. Why don't you take me away?
We want to ask you a few questions, Doris.
I've told you everything I know. I'm guilty. What more do you have to know?
What are you guilty of, Doris? Taking the radioactive gold?
I'm careless, incompetent. I don't deserve to be a technician here. Can't you understand that? I should be punished, not questioned. Punished.
How are you careless? By exposing yourself to radiation?
Yes. Yes. What do you think I've been telling you? Night after night, having to take all that time, using the shields, the tongs, to put the isotopes away, wasting time.
Well, you've been shortcutting the safety procedures. Is that it, Doris? You haven't been following the safety rules?
I just told you that, didn't I? Careless, incompetent. Now I'm dying, and I deserve to die. Be punished.
Why, Doris? Did you take the gold?
Take it? Take the gold?
Yes, did you take the gold from the vault?
No. No, I didn't take it. Who said I took it? I wouldn't steal.
Well, then why are you guilty, Doris? What did you do?
The vault. Night before. I did close it. Locked it tight. But the gold.
What about the gold, Doris?
It wasn't in the lab. I left it out on the treatment room. I forgot all about it. Left it out there. For anybody to take. Anybody. Why don't you punish me for that? I'm guilty. Why don't you punish me?
All Doris Floria had done was to throw our field of suspects wide open. Lieutenant Oritos was a far from happy man when I gave him that information the next morning.
That's all I had to hear this morning, Dollar. That's all I needed to furnish the toppings for the stuff.
What stuff, Lieutenant?
The result of those newspaper and radio stories. Every crank in town is beginning to call in. Look, this fella claims his neighbor's got the radioactive gold. How does he know? Because the guy's a spy. Right now he's building a hydrogen bomb with her out in the backyard. Here. Here's one from a gold buyer out on the west side. He bought the stuff last night. He's sure of it. Only it turns out he's got a half a dozen gold-plated tie pins on it. That's the way it's been going, Dollar. We've got to check them out one by one.
Yeah, policemen often tell me that a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
I know an insurance investigator wasn't doing too well either.
No comment, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going from here, Dollar?
Out to the hospital. No place else to go. Maybe we missed something down the line there.
I doubt it.
Yeah, so do I, but I got to do something. 24 hours have gone by.
Yeah. Haven't gotten very far, have we?
The squad car gave me a lift back to the hospital, and I went into the questioning routine again. I was studying the very negative results of my handiwork when Dr. McKinlock brought me some interesting information.
Remember that patient I had in here yesterday, Mr. Dollar, Steve Rojak?
Rojak?
I was giving him some X-ray tests when you and Lieutenant Doritos came in.
Oh, yeah, the one you thought might have a malignancy.
Well, we gave him a tracer dose of phosphorus 32 last night, and I was going to check him with this portable counter. But while I was carrying it down the corridor just now, the counter became activated.
You mean there's some radioactivity out in the corridor right now?
That's right.
Well, where's it coming from, Doctor?
I'll show you. Now, this is a pretty sensitive instrument. Don't let the volume of its activity concern you.
I'll take your word for it.
This is the maximum intensity right here.
Well, there's nothing in the corridor to produce that. What's over there? A utility cabinet?
That's right.
Let's look inside.
There it is.
Yeah, a rubbish cart. The kinds reporters and orderlies push around.
And it's contaminated.
Could that have happened if somebody had carried a radioactive substance hidden inside?
It could.
Huh. Now all we have to do is figure out who used it.
I'm afraid that's in your province rather than in mine, Mr. Dollar.
While Dr. McKinlock prepared the cart for decontamination, I put a call through to Lieutenant Aridos and gave him the names and addresses of all hospital porters and orderlies who'd been on duty the night of the robbery. He had them all down at the hospital within an hour. Then Dr. McKinlock began to test each man for radioactive contamination with the Geiger counter.
Just step up here, Brandon. That's right. Now, stand still. That's all, Brandon. Thank you. Hartley, will you step up, please? That's right. Now, stand still. Okay, Hartley, thank you. Schweigert, you're next. That's right. Now, stand right there, please. Okay, Schweigert, thank you. Dobson, you're next.
The entire process took a little less than 20 minutes. Not once did that little black box with its flashing light and irregular clicking show the slightest interest in anyone it was introduced to. My bright idea turned out to be a complete flop. Expense account item 4, $12.35, cab fares and miscellaneous during the rest of that day. I divided my time between the hospital and police headquarters and came up with nothing. At 7:30 that night, I was sitting at the hotel bar wondering whether to wire in my resignation right then or wait till I got back to Hartford when I got a phone call from Lieutenant Aridos.
I'll pick you up outside in a couple of minutes, Dollar.
Why, what's up?
Might have our first victim of radiation poisoning from that gold.
Yeah, who is it?
An 8-year-old boy named Bobby Thatcher. His mother just brought him into the hospital.
What makes you think he's been exposed?
She found him playing with a little glass bottle with suspected gold on the bottom of it. The label said Washington Research Hospital.
He has to be all right. Bobby just has to be all right.
There's no sense in getting yourself all set before we hear the report, Mrs. Thatcher. We're not sure that Bobby was exposed to any radiation.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, you know better than that, and so do I. The radio broadcasts were clear enough. Bobby was exposed. I'm only praying that I caught it in time, that the radiation won't have caused too much damage.
Suppose you tell us just what happened.
Well, it was about 7 o'clock tonight. Bobby was playing out in the backyard after dinner. It was getting time for his bath, so I went out to bring him in. That's when I found him playing with the glass bottle. For a minute, I was stunned. I didn't know what to do.
What did you do, Mrs. Thatcher?
Well, I knew I had to get Bobby to the hospital immediately, and I knew you people would want to see the bottle. So I put the bottle in an old tin can. I wrapped the whole thing in newspaper, put it in the luggage compartment of the car, and drove Bobby right down.
Do you have any idea where he got the bottle, Mrs. Thatcher? Where it came from?
I asked him that on the way down. He said he found it in the neighbor's yard.
What neighbor is that?
Oh, there's an elderly couple lives next door to us. We don't have a fence between the two properties, and Bobby wandered over there. I guess he found the bottle and brought it back.
What are the neighbors' names?
Oh, Lieutenant, I don't want to get them in trouble. I'm sure they couldn't have had anything to do with it. They're such a kindly old couple.
We'll have to have their names, Mrs. Thatcher.
But to disturb them now about something they couldn't possibly be connected with, it would be a terrible pity.
Why's that?
They're going to have a party tonight to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. The whole neighborhood's going to be there. It would be terrible to disturb them on a night like this.
You're pretty disturbed about your son, Mrs. Thatcher. There may be other people who are disturbed in the same way.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And you could go out there and find out anyway. Well, they're Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Rojak.
We made a check of the hospital records on Rojak before we started out. They showed that Stephen Rojak had been admitted for treatment at 7:45 p.m. the night of the robbery and had remained there undergoing tests for approximately 2.5 hours.
Good evening, gentlemen. Is there something I can do for you?
You, Mr. Rojak?
Yeah, that's right. Stephen Rojak.
I'm Lieutenant Aridos. This is Mr. Dollar. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Lieutenant, you say? Then you are from police.
That's right.
It is too bad. Too bad.
What is, Mr. Rojak?
That this should happen tonight, that you should find out now when is our 50th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, too bad. Can we come in, Mr. Rojak? If you do not mind, Lieutenant, my wife, Anna, she does not know. Could we talk in back at my workshop? Yeah, that'll be all right. Thank you. Thank you.
You know why we're here, Mr. Rojak?
Yeah, I know. It is about gold.
You took it from the hospital?
I took it, Mr. Dollar. That rubbish cart, I used it to take to the door, then in my pocket.
Where is it now, Rojak?
It's back here, Lieutenant, in my workshop. In here, gentlemen, please.
Thanks.
I will get the light for you. So. Now, what did you wish to ask me, gentlemen?
Why'd you take the gold, Mr. Rojak?
That is such a simple question, Lieutenant. It's so hard to answer.
You must have had a reason.
Reason? Yeah. 50 years of reason, Mr. Dollar.
You're talking about your wife?
My Anna. For 50 years we've been together, Anna and me, like one person you become in 50 years. You understand, you raise children, have good time, have bad, like one person, it make you.
Yeah, we understand.
Now comes time of celebration, the anniversary. Golden time it is to be, and that is what I wanted for my Anna. Golden time, golden presents. Look here, I will show you. I have it here in my room.
Don't touch it, Rojak.
But why should I not, Lieutenant? It's nothing but gold. I have been working with it almost constantly for 2 days now. There. You see, gentlemen, what I have made?
2 golden rings.
2 gold rings with design on them. A design which, when they are placed so, joins them both together.
You made the rings out of the gold, huh?
Golden present for Anna and on a golden anniversary. I know it was the wrong thing to do with taking the gold, but when I saw it there in the hospital on the table, I knew what I had to do to make this for Anna.
You've been working with that gold for 2 days?
2 days, right?
Haven't you read any papers in that time? Listened to any radio broadcasts?
Oh, I'm sorry, I do not read in English, and radio we do not have.
Yeah, I see.
I was going to pay back for the gold after my treatment. I was going to pay back. And I will pay.
Yes, Mr. Rojak. You will. Expense account item 5, $42.20, hotel bill and miscellaneous. Expense account item 6, $55, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $165.45. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Tom Leslie, Johnny. I'm sending you a check for $25,000 by special messenger.
Well, thanks. I can use it.
You're going to buy a painting with it in Detroit. A 17th century masterpiece called The River, painted by Jan Brugel.
Why?
It was stolen 11 years ago from a Lauren Jeffers. We paid the claim on it. A cool $120,000. We just got a tip we can buy it back for $25,000.
Well, you know how I feel about paying off for the return of stolen property.
And you know how we feel about taking a $120,000 loss.
Yeah?
Well,
okay, but I won't like it.
Right now, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to pass on a thought which, incidentally, concerns time. According to the Bible, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. We all agree on that, I'm sure. And we'll also agree that the regulation of time also depends on the seasons. For example, Did it ever occur to you who decided where our 4 time zones in America should be exactly? Well, back maybe 75 years ago, there were about 150 different time zones which were set up according to the whim of the local inhabitants. Most of the time was called sun time, and there could be 15 minutes difference between the clocks of 2 towns only 10 miles apart. So, to get rid of the confusion, the Interstate Commerce Commission was established. It divided the United States into 4 standard time zones so that railroads, planes, buses, and the mail could run on schedule. Of course, if a city wants to go on daylight saving time during the summer, that's a decision which is made locally. The standard time remains the same everywhere else. But setting the nation's clocks isn't the only job of the Interstate Commerce Commission, however. It also makes rules and regulations for the various means of transportation which go from one state to another. It sees that railroads, truck lines, barges, and boats operate safely, charge reasonable rates, and give good, dependable service. It also protects trucks and bus drivers from working such long hours that they might fall asleep while they're driving. The Commission also demands that trains, engines, and machines have safety and stop devices. It is, in itself, a safety device to assure every one of us freedom from danger as we travel about our country.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Eastern Indemnity and Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jan Bruegel matter. Expense account item 1, $43.10. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Detroit, Michigan. Expense account item 2, $1. Cab fare from the Statler Hotel, where I'd checked in, to the Masterson Art Galleries on Woodward Avenue. A rather nervous little man came scurrying out from behind some velour draperies to greet me.
Good afternoon, sir. Well, good afternoon. Is there something we can do for you today?
Are you Mr. Masterson?
Oh, no. Mr. Masterson. No, I'm Hacker. Merwin Hacker. You might say I'm Mr. Masterson's general factotum around here. General fact. So I'd be more than pleased to be of service to you if I may, though.
No, thanks. I'd like to talk to Mr. Masterson personally.
Yes, of course. This way if you please.
Thanks.
So we're having a wonderful exhibit of modernistic expressionism in the West Gallery this afternoon. Right this way. But of course you're a little bit early for that. If that's your reason for being here.
It's not.
Oh, is that so? Well, then perhaps you've heard of the new Van Gogh we just got in? Have you heard of it? A stunning painting. Oh, it's simply stunning. Perhaps you've come to see that then.
Well, thanks for your trouble, Mr. Hacker.
I beg your pardon?
Well, this is Mr. Masterson's office, isn't it?
Mr. Masterson? Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Mr. Masterson. Yes, of course. Well, I'm glad to have been of service to you, sir. I'm very glad.
I'm Johnny Dollar, Mr. Masterson, from Eastern Indemnity.
Oh, yes, the insurance man. Come in, Mr. Dollar.
Thanks.
You know, it's quite a novelty to me, Mr. Dollar, acting as a go-between in the return of stolen property.
Yeah, I imagine it is. Would you mind telling me how you got involved?
Well, not at all. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
Well, as I informed your home office, a man came in here a few days ago. He wanted me to appraise a painting for him.
Did he have the painting with him?
He did. The moment he showed it to me, I recognized it for what it was. The River by Jan Bruegel.
You knew it was stolen property?
A famous masterpiece like that, of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happened then?
It was my intention to detain him on some pretext until I could phone the police, but he became suspicious and left.
What was his next move?
Yesterday morning, he called me on the telephone and offered me a commission if I would act as intermediary. I was to get in touch with the insurance company and have one of their men here this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
He's going to call back then?
Yes.
Uh-huh. It's 2:30 now.
Yes. That gives you an hour and a half in which to make plans for capturing him and recovering the painting.
I'm afraid it's not going to work out that way.
Oh?
There's a little thing called the statute of limitations working in his favor. In this particular case, it expired some years ago.
You mean that even if you can prove this man stole the painting, He can't be prosecuted for it?
That's right.
Incredible. But then I suppose it's worth it. At least a masterpiece will be returned to the world again.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Expense account item 3, $1.95. Cab fare to police headquarters at 1300 Beaubien. Up on the fourth floor, I introduced myself to Lieutenant Griswold of the Robbery Division, who brought out the original file on the case. It wasn't too informative.
Yeah, I can't say the department's very proud of this particular file, Dollar.
Oh, why not, Lieutenant?
We worked on the case for over a year. There's the result. Pages of reports, everyone negative. We drew a complete blank.
What was your personal reaction? Do you have any particular hunches or ideas?
Yeah, one. Only it didn't pay off.
What was it?
I figured it was an inside job. Maybe involving Selina Jeffers.
Selina Jeffers?
Lauren Jeffers' daughter.
Oh.
Only surviving member of the family now. She was about 18 at that time, studying art.
Well, what set you off on her?
One of the maids said Selina had fallen in love with the picture. Had a real fixation on it. Wanted old man Jeffers to hang it in her room, not let anybody else see it. Thought it was the greatest thing that had ever been put on canvas. Couldn't tie her up with it, though.
I see.
That's about it, Dollar. No sense in your digging into it again at this stage of the game. I'd say you better make your deal, if that's what you want to do.
It's not. Looks like I'll have to. Expense account item 4, $2.05. Cab fare back to the Masterson Galleries. The phone on Masterson's desk rang promptly at 4 o'clock. Hello?
You're not Masterson. Oh, you're the insurance boy?
That's right. Who are you?
Skip the questions, Mac, and put this down. Be at 2135 North Diversity at 10:30 tomorrow morning, apartment 3B. Have the 25 grand in cash with you. Small bills, nothing bigger than a 50.
That'll make quite a load to carry around.
You want the painting back? Do as I say.
Okay. But I'm bringing someone along to identify that painting for me.
Sure. Bring the whole police department if you want. You can't put a rap on me. I'm just doing you guys a favor.
Yeah, I know. And you're getting well paid for it, too. Expense account item 5, $3.95. Cab fare out to 1735 Cannon Road in Grosse Pointe. Selina Jeffers was standing near the edge of a bluff overlooking Lake St. Clair, busily painting the view. My arrival didn't disturb her concentration in the least.
So you think you're going to recover the Jan Bruegel landscape, Mr. Dollar?
Well, it looks like it, Miss Jeffers.
I suppose that has some connection with your visit out here.
Yes, it has. I thought you might be interested in buying it back.
Why?
Well, it belonged to your family. I understand you used to think a good deal of it.
Yes, I did. That was years ago. I'm not interested in buying it now. I prefer the moderns these days.
I see. Well, just thought I'd ask.
Oh, sure. Anything else, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. Maybe you'd like to do me a favor tomorrow.
What's that?
Come along with me when I buy the picture back.
Why?
I need someone to identify it.
Any one of the half dozen art dealers could do that for you.
They couldn't identify the man who's selling it to me. If he's somebody out of your family's past.
But if I can identify this person, isn't there some time limitation or something on prosecutions of this sort?
Oh, don't worry. You won't send him to jail.
And I fail to see the purpose.
Maybe it's just because I'm curious. Well, Miss Jeffers?
I'll go with you.
Expense account item 6, $4.10. Cab fare back to the Statler, where I remained until the following morning. At 10 a.m., I went to the bank where I cashed your check. At 10:15, Selina Jeffers picked me up in a nice blue Eldorado. At 10:30, we stood in the dingy corridor of a cheap apartment hotel at 2135 North Diversey. The name on the door of apartment 3D was Eddie Travers.
Yeah?
I'm Johnny Dollar.
Oh, the insurance boy, huh? Come in, Dollar.
Thank you.
Dollar going to check the painting for you?
That's right.
Uh-huh. You, got the dough?
Oh, I'm not carrying laundry in this money bag.
Very cute. Let's count it.
Let's see the painting.
Okay, but don't try any funny stuff. I got friends in the next room. This way, baby. It's in the closet.
All right.
There it is.
How about it, Miss Jeffers?
That's the painting, Mr. Dollar.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. Here's the money, Travers.
Don't mind if I count it now, do you, Dollar?
No, go right ahead.
Is there any reason why I should wait around, Mr. Dollar?
Now, what about this fellow Travers?
I've never seen him before.
You sure about that?
Just as sure as I am about the painting.
Sounds like you hope the doll might have put a finger on me, Dollar.
Well, I just like to play all the angles, Travers.
Sorry this one didn't work out for you, Mr. Dollar. If you ever happen to recover any good modern impressionists, look me up again. I might be interested in buying those from you.
I'll keep that in mind, Miss Jeffers. And thanks.
You know something? I don't figure you insurance guys. What's it to you how I make out in this deal? No dough out of your pocket?
A guy like you always looks at it that way.
So what's so bad about that?
Oh, nothing. If you like your view obstructed by bars. Expense account item 7, $3.45. Cab fare. First to Masterson's Galleries, where I left the painting to be held until you decided what to do with it. Then back to the Statler Hotel. In spite of my brave remarks to Eddie Travers, I still had no more idea of how to change the course of events than I'd had when I arrived. Expense account item 8, $15.75. Hotel bill, miscellaneous, and transportation to the airport. Yeah?
You remember me, Mr. Dollar? Merwin Hacker, Mr. Masterson's assistant?
Oh, yeah, I remember, Mr. Hacker.
When they told me you'd checked out of your hotel, I was stunned. I was so afraid I wouldn't get here in time.
In time for what?
Well, tell me, Mr. Dollar, is it true that you brought that Bruegel landscape to the gallery?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my. And is it true you paid $25,000 for it?
I did.
Oh, dear. What a pity. I really don't know how to tell you this.
Tell me what?
Well, that picture, the Bruegel landscape, I think it's a forgery.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? He was only 28 when he was elected to the House of Representatives, and the youngest member of the Senate, to which he was elected in 1837. During his administration, the Kansas-Nebraska bill, leaving slavery to popular vote, was passed. The Gadsden Purchase from Mexico added some 45,000 square miles of territory in what is now Arizona and New Mexico. And Japan opened its doors for the first time to trade with the United States. If you don't have his name by now, here's one more important clue. During his administration, the Republican Party, as we know it today, was born. Who was he? Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Merwin Hacker drove me back to the Masterson's Galleries from the airport, babbling all the way. Everything he told me en route, he said all over again as we entered the storeroom at the rear of the galleries.
Now, there it is. You see, Mr. Dollar? Now, just look at that. Now, just look at that. Oh, it's a superb piece of work. Oh, it's superb. And a forgery.
Well, suppose you show me how you were tipped off, Mr. Hacker.
Well, as I told you, Mr. Dollar, it was mere happenstance. Mr. Masterson had left, and I was preparing the painting for storage. I just suppose it was out of sheer nervousness. I've never really worked with as valuable a masterpiece as this before. And you know what? My hand slipped. And right here, right down here in the very lowest corner, right there, where you can hardly notice it, you see what happened?
Where?
Right there.
Looks like you flicked off a little bit of paint.
That's exactly what happened, Mr. Dollar. And there was the proof, you see.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You don't? Well, look. Now look closely, Mr. Dollar. You see where the little specks of paint was flecked off? Now, what do you see?
Oh, more paint underneath.
Yes?
Only that seems to be clear and shiny. No cracks in it.
Oh, exactly, Mr. Dollar. Comparatively fresh paint. If that canvas had been centuries old, the paint would have been dried and cracked all the way through.
Yeah. Who's the biggest expert in town on these things, Mr. Hacker?
The biggest expert? Oh, you mean on art forgeries?
Yeah, art forgeries.
Oh, yes. Let me see now. Art. Yes. Oh, of course. Stephen Durwood. Yes, he's your man, Stephen Durwood. He has a studio just a few blocks down in Woodward. Oh, but what a pity. It's such a magnificent piece of work. And completely worthless.
Oh, I don't know. I just paid $25,000 for it. While Hacker prepared the canvas for me to take over to Durwood, I went into Masterson's office and put in a call to Lieutenant Griswold.
You sure it's a forgery, Dollar?
Well, I'm taking it to Stephen Durwood for an opinion. But I don't think there's any doubt.
If it's the same painting that was stolen from Lauren Jeffers, we still haven't got anything.
No, but what if it's not?
I'll get out a pickup on Eddie Travers.
Expense account item 9, $4.50, cab fare. First to the studios of Stephen Durwood.
Why not drop back in an hour and a half or so, Mr. Dollar? That should give me time for a preliminary examination. But I can tell you right now that if this painting is a forgery, it's the most magnificently created fraud I have ever seen.
The next stop was Grosse Pointe and the Jeffers home. Selina was in the library, curled up comfortably in a big easy chair, sipping a drink.
This visit is a little unexpected, isn't it, Mr. Dollar? I hadn't thought I'd see you so soon again.
Are you disturbed about it, Miss Jeffers?
Why should I be?
Well, maybe because that Bruegel you identified might be a forgery.
Would you care for a drink, Mr. Dollar?
No, thanks.
That was a rather astounding statement you just made.
Why? It's not the first so-called masterpiece that turned out to be a fraud.
There's a little more than that involved.
Like what?
A child's dream of perfection. That's what the Bruegel meant to me. I worship that painting, Mr. Dollar. To me, it was a symbol of the beauty that man can create in an ugly, hateful world. And now you tell me that I've been worshiping fraud.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe this one is another painting entirely.
But you don't think so.
Was the Bruegel that was stolen 11 years ago a forgery, Miss Jeffers?
I thought I'd already answered that.
Well, I'm not satisfied with the answer.
Then think about this. If you can prove that the Bruegel forgery or not is the same painting that was stolen from this library, give it back to me and I'll make out a check to your insurance company for $120,000. Do you think that will satisfy you, Mr. Dollar?
Well, it'll satisfy Eastern Indemnity. Expense account item 10, $3.95. Cab fare back to Stephen Durwood's studios. He'd finished his examination of the painting and had his report ready for me.
Frankly, Mr. Dollar, I'm almost at a loss as to what to tell you. I examined the Bruegel minutely, and I would be willing to swear that the canvas, the pigments, the brushes used are all genuine 17th century. And the painting appears to have been aging for not less than 3 centuries.
But you don't think it has been?
I might have, if it weren't for the little flecks of paint that were scraped off one of the flowers down in the corner. There's something pretty strange about that, Mr. Dollar.
What?
Well, I have taken samples of paint from other spots on the canvas. The apparent age of the oils goes all the way through. Only in that one spot on that flower does a fresher, more modern-looking paint show through.
Was there any explanation for that, Mr. Durwood?
Well, you see, some forgers get their aging effect by baking the completed canvas in an electric oven. Now, in this case, it is possible the forger slipped up by failing to remove the clamp or the pincers he used to place the canvas in the oven. Will you excuse me?
Of course.
Yes, Stephen Durwood speaking.
Yes, he is. Just one moment, please. It's for you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Griswold, Dollar. Had a hunch you might be there. Can you come down to headquarters?
What's up, Lieutenant?
We just got Eddie Travers.
Expense account item 11, $1.25. Cab fare to police headquarters. Eddie Travers wasn't very anxious to give us any answers.
Look, I'm giving it to you straight, fellas. I don't know anything about this job.
You turned the painting over to me for $25,000, Travers.
Sure I did, but I didn't have anything to do with heisting it. Even if I did, the time has run out on that rap.
Yeah, he's right on both counts, Dollar.
Sure.
He was serving time in Jackson when the original robbery took place.
But what are you picking me up for? You got nothing to hold me on?
How about operating a confidence game? Or conspiracy to defraud?
What are you giving me? You wanted a paint and I sold it to you. There's no bunko wrap on that.
Yeah? There is when you pass out a forgery for the real thing.
Forgery?
The painting's a phony, Travers. That'll spell fraud and confidence game to any jury.
Huh?
And with a previous record, you should get 10 to 20 without any trouble at all.
Wait a minute. Hold it. You giving it to me straight?
That's right. You're hooked but good, Travers.
Why, that load. Now, crummy. Should have known there was something wrong. He laid it out for me too easy. The time's run out, he says. They can't get you on a thing, he says. All you got to do is turn over the painting and collect a 10% split, he says. Look what happens.
What's his name, Travers?
Real big shot, dropping a load week after week in a floating crap game, and he gets me hooked for 25 C's.
What's his name?
Hacker, Merwin Hacker.
While Travers dictated an official statement, we put in a call to the Masterson galleries. Masterson had returned by then and told us that Hacker had left for his home near Farmingdale about an hour before. It turned out to be a 5-acre farm, well off the main road. We checked the house and came up with nothing. We had better luck at the barn.
That's a pretty nice setup, Dollar.
Yeah, sure is. Electric oven, plenty of old canvases.
Looks like he was set up to turn out art forgeries on a production line basis.
Yeah.
I guess we've got plenty of physical evidence here. With the exception of Merwin Hacker himself.
That's no problem.
What?
He's over here, behind this partition.
Well, he won't do any talking.
He doesn't have to. That gun in his hand did it for him. After the homicide men took over, Griswold drove me back downtown. I picked up the painting at Stephen Durwood's and took it to Masterson's gallery for the last time.
Merwin Hacker? An art forger? Now, you must be joking, Mr. Dollar.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Masterson.
But the man has been working for me for over 15 years. How could he possibly have been conducting such an underhanded business without my knowing of it?
Frankly, I don't think he was.
But you just said he'd been forging these masterpieces.
Forging them, yes. Without your knowledge, no.
Well, I'm confused, Mr. Dollar.
Well, it's one thing to create these forgeries. It's another to dispose of them. That takes a good, legitimate front. Like the Masterson Art Galleries, for instance.
Really, Mr. Dollar. Now you're the one who seems to be confused.
Well, I was confused for a while, trying to figure why Hacker disclosed the forgery to me himself.
But you're not now?
No. I think Hacker suddenly found out you were paying him only nominal sums for the forgeries and selling them at a tremendous profit to yourself. And when he learned about this latest double cross, he decided two could play at that game.
A very interesting theory, Mr. Dollar. Too bad you can't prove it.
Uh-huh. Would you mind telling me why you stole the painting from Lauren Jeffers?
Not at all. It was the flaw in it. The Blue Girl was the first work that Hacker attempted. I sold it to Jeffers. After it had been hanging for a while, the paint began to fleck off in that one corner. I was afraid Jeffers would get suspicious and called in some experts.
So you beat him to the punch by stealing the painting back?
Exactly. Too bad you had all that brilliant detective work for nothing, Mr. Dollar. But as you once admitted yourself, there's always the statute of limitations.
Yeah? And there's always Merwin Hacker.
What about him, Mr. Dollar?
He's dead. And there's no statute of limitations on murder. Expense account item 12, $1.60. Cab fare down to police headquarters with Masterson in tow. Paraffin test showed that he'd recently fired a gun while Merwin Hacker's hand was clean. Eddie Travers identified Masterson as the man who'd been passing himself off as Merwin Hacker. Lieutenant Griswold says he can make the murder rap stick. Expense account item 13, $49.25. Airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $135.85. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Sidney Marshall with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Parley Bear, Howard McNear, William Johnstone, Jack Moyles, Hal March, and Virginia Gregg. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle.